The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Selection Sunday is here. Who made the 64-member field for ASMANIAC Madness? Guess what? The bracket reveal, it's happening. And guess what? It's happening right now.
It's time for ASMANIAC Madness. Who will cut the nets down as the top ASMANIAC for 2025? Some of you don't even care, but we do. From a field seeded 1 through 64, this is a tournament unlike any that has ever been put together. Expect the unexpected. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? Did Charles just fart again? Better wake up, Beastbreaker. Not since the moon landing has Gary been more excited. Let's get to it.
Here we go. It's ASMANIAC Madness time. Ladies and gentlemen, I have in front of me the full bracket. I have in front of me each region, and it is going to be absolutely electric. But first, before I reveal the full bracket, I want to say thank you to our 6-member committee, led by Boomtown, Tom Ace, Rich, Gator, Sham, and Nick Shine. Those 6 gentlemen have seen more of me on camera than basically anyone. They watch every show. They're a part of the community. And they sat down with differing opinions and did their best to put together the ultimate field of 64. And I want everyone to know this was not easy. A lot, and I mean a lot of thought went into this. So please thank the committee for their efforts, because we're not able to do things like this without them. First, a quick letter from the committee. And then we will reveal the brackets. Hello, ASMANIACs. All 6 members of the committee wanted to reach out and touch on a few things prior to the epic ASMANIAC Madness tournament starting. We wanted to let you all know that each committee member put a lot of time and effort into helping Jake put this tournament together and building the best and most competitive field of 64 we could. We are extremely proud of the process we worked through, and ultimately with the entire tournament bracket that was crafted. We know there are some very deserving ASMANIACs out there that didn't make the cut, but please know that almost 100 names were considered for just 64 spots. It was very difficult to rank and slot every ASMANIAC to create epic matchups in the early and late rounds, but we want you all to know we did our absolute best to be as fair and accurate as possible. We know there will be considerable disagreement, debate, and questioning about certain picks and ranks, but we on the committee did the best we could with such a monumental task. The great thing for the community is that most members of the committee have watched almost every single Jake Asman show over the last calendar year, giving them unique insight and an ability to apply fair judgment. On behalf of the committee, we hope everyone has an absolute blast over the course of the tournament through March and into early April. Remember, everyone, this is for fun. No scholarships will be awarded from this tournament. If you think someone was slotted in too low, then vote for them and campaign for them in the chat. Remember, ASMANIACs, you have the final say. Vote and make your voice heard. Here's to an epic tournament. Have fun, and may the best ASMANIAC win. Ladies and gentlemen, a great letter from the committee to start us off. Folks, before I reveal to you the bracket, we have some honorable mentions that I want to acknowledge here, who unfortunately could not make it in the field. Not because they're not deserving, but because we had too many amazing callers, and it was not easy. Remember, you had to call in at least once over the final 3 months to be eligible for the tournament. We made that very clear for months already. So I want to note that before I read you the honorable mentions for ASMANIAC Madness. Thank you to these 10 callers for what they provide in the chat, what they provide on screen. Just know none of these decisions made by the committee were easy. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the honorable mentions, and they're not ranked 1 through 10 based on how they are as a caller. These are just 10 names. The honorable mentions are as followed. Justin Spencer, a.k.a. Jams. Number 2, the lovely Decker, who is the incredible daughter of Gary. Number 3, Adam is too cool. Number 4, Addison. Number 5, Southern Jet. Number 6, Dirty. Number 7, Indomitable. Number 8, Triple M. Number 9, Devin. And shout out to Devin's incredible family. And number 10, 3 siblings, Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the honorable mentions. Not easy to crack this list. If we did an NIT tournament, we'd have enough to fill that out. That's how many incredible people contribute to this show. It was not easy to narrow this field down. But the committee had a job to do. And they did the job. Ladies and gentlemen, right now it is time to unveil the field of 64, as well as really dive into each of the 4 regions. The time has come, ASMANIACs. Let's reveal the bracket for the first annual ASMANIAC Madness Tournament as soon as I get my pants back on. You'll see it here. The bracket is on the screen. We will zoom in and go through it momentarily. If you are a Patreon member, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show, check the announcement tab in the Discord. You're receiving a link before the general public to sign in for the bracket pool. You sign up with your name, and you can start filling out your bracket as I break it down. But on the screen right here is the full bracket. But don't worry, we're going to zoom in a moment. But first, the 4 region names. The Chicken Soup region, led by number 1 overall seed, Charles Eugene M. Gorman. The Hood region, led by Cheats Fan from the Hood. The Butter region, led by number 1 seed, Bobby Midnight. And the Train region, the Lane Train region, led by number 1 seed, Lane Kerner. Those are the 4 1 seeds. Gorman, Cheats Fan, Bobby Midnight, and the Lane Train. And now, let's break down each region, shall we? The Chicken Soup region. The Chicken Soup region features the number 1 overall seed, Charles Gorman. And he will face Chris Grasso, as our 16th seed in the opening round. The 8-9 matchup in the region features Jason in Jerusalem taking on the number 9 seed, Johnny Boy. The 5-12 matchup in the region features JJ taking on number 12 seed, June the GM. The 4-13 matchup features the big fella against Paul Faz. The 6-11 matchup features a member of the 4% female demographic, the Great Aurora, taking on Tim from Fishland. The 3-14 matchup features King Losi, matched up with 14 seed Genergy, another member of the esteemed 4% female demographic. The 7-10 matchup features Mike D's Nuts, taking on Barbarossa and his beautiful, tremendous red beard. And the number 2 seed in the region, Beastbreaker 666, taking on 15-seeded Dave Briga in the opening round. Ladies and gentlemen, the official seedings for the Chicken Soup region of ASMANIAC Madness. That brings us to our next region, the Hood region. And for those following, we're going in order of the bracket from the top left all the way down. And we'll break down each region, and then I will share a link for you to be able to fill out your own bracket. The Hood region features the number 1 seed, Cheats Fan. He'll be slotted against 16 seed Bijan in the opening round. The 8-9 matchup features Weed the People versus Rob from Glenhead. What a matchup. The committee knew what they were doing. The 5-12 matchup features Nate Nate against Yeti, the 12 seed. The number 4 seed in the region is Peter Castro. Castro will face another member of the 4% female demographic, Raven. The 6-11 matchup of the region features Leany in North Carolina versus the Luppy, who's the 11th seed. The number 3 region features Neil taking on Indy Jets as the 14th seed. The 7-10 matchup features Purple Belt Mike, and PBM will face the 10th seed, Nick Tedorio. And the number 2 seed in the region features the great David T, who will face Big Cho, Coach Cho, as our 15th seed. Ladies and gentlemen, your official seedings for the Hood region for ASMANIAC Madness. We go to our next region, a region known as the Butter region, and it features number 1 seed Bobby Midnight, who will take on 16th-seeded Black Gypsy in the opening round. The number 8 seed features JQuest, taking on number 9 seed NY Jets Florida, a.k.a. Pot Stirrer Ted. Moments ago, JQuest just found out he made the tournament. Here was a live reaction of the JQuest family finding out their dad is in the big dance.
Guys, I'm really nervous. I don't know what's going to happen if I don't get in.
We might lose the house. Again.
I know. It's going to be the 3rd time, but let's just see. It's about to come on. Let's see what happens. Look at the screen. Look, it's about to come on. 3, 2. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We're in! We're in! Let's go! We're in, baby! We're in! Woo! We're not losing the house! Yeah, Jake!
Congrats to JQuest. He's in. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us now to the 5-12 matchup in the Butter region. Your number 5 seed, Mikey Midnight. He will face the number 12 seed, Dre, in the opening round. That brings us to the 4-13 in the region. Ricky NY will face the great Dark Knight Steve as a 13th seed in the first round. Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup is already being hyped all over the globe. Let's be real. A matchup so great, I might need to order a second boomerang by the time we do it live on the show. 2 Titans from Australia, Craig from Australia, and Sarah from Australia will match up in the 6-11 matchup of the opening round. The 3 seed in the Butter region, Allen. He might be retired from calling, but this tournament's based on the last calendar year, and Allen is in as the number 1 or the number 3 seed in the region. The number 14 seed will be Jets Johnny, who you guys might recall once created an entire diss track destroying Allen on this very show. What a first round. The number 7 matchup features the Hamburger, who's been a top caller for months since he started watching the show right before the Jets season began. The Hamburger will face Scott, who checks in as the number 10 seed, but let's be real, Scott's a dangerous 10. If he called in a lot more, we all know what Scott's certainly capable of. Which then brings us to the 2 seed. And the reason why, in part, it's called the Butter region. One of the more controversial figures in this show's history, Gary, 3D Boxing, is your 2 seed. He'll take on South Ass in the opening round. South End Auto Detailing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Butter region. That brings us to our 4th and final region for ASMANIAC Madness. Let's break down the Train region, led by number 1 seed, the Lane Train. Lane Train will take on 16 seed 25 in the opening round of the tournament. That brings us to an 8-9 matchup that is highly competitive. Robert C. against the great Rick Kent in the 8-9. The 5-12 matchup in the region features number 5, Jay Graves, against number 12, B-Mac. A matchup that is already being discussed in the chat, in the Discord, and across the world. The number 4 seed is the always reliable Kyle Clifton, who will take on Phenom, who checks in as the 13th seed. The number 6 seed is Chef Kevin. He'll take on Snowball in the 6-11 matchup in the region. The number 3 seed, Mr. Bonesy, who will face off against the 14-seeded JT in the opening round. Philly Noodles checks in as the number 7 seed. He will face Doug on the couch in the 7-10 matchup in the opening round. And then finally, our 2 seed of the region, who'll have a chance to win if he's awake for the tournament, V-Man at number 2. He'll face Charlie the Dog Groomer in probably the weirdest first-round matchup the committee could have possibly put together. Ladies and gentlemen, the official train region for ASMANIAC Madness. Over 100 callers had to be slotted to 64. The committee did it. For those of you watching live right now, I am going to post a link where you could sign up and fill out your own bracket. You could join our official bracket pool. If you win, you have a chance to win several prizes, including premium tickets to a Jets home game next season, among other prizes for first, second, and third place in our tournament. For those of you who are curious how it's going to work, allow me to explain, because this is unlike anything any of us have ever seen before. The way it works is you join the custom bracket for ASMANIAC Madness. You make your picks. And just like you would in your office pool for March Madness, you fill out your standard 64-team bracket. The deadline to submit your entries is March 1st at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Later that day, our first round matchup will commence with Charles Gorman taking on Chris Grasso in the opening round. Each participant is limited to a single entry in the contest. Points are awarded for each correct pick, and the values increase as the tournament progresses as follows. First round, 1 point. Second round, 2 points. Third round, 4 points. Fourth round, 8 points. Semifinals, 16 points. Championship round, 32 points. The winner is the entry with the most points at the end of the contest. Ladies and gentlemen, start filling out your brackets. I have put it in the chat. I will make sure for those not watching live, it is the pinned comment. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin.
It's time for ASMANIAC Madness. Who will cut the nets down as the top ASMANIAC for 2025? Some of you don't even care, but we do. Let's get to it.
Let's go, baby. Shout out to everyone supporting the show. Philly Noodles is in the raffle. He became a member of this show. He's also in the tournament. Reese became a member during the show. He's in the tournament. Thank you all for your incredible support. Our next raffle will be next week when I head out to the Combine. You have a chance to win a signed Sauce jersey, a signed Mangle jersey, a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey, a signed Sanchez helmet, and a signed Joe Klecko helmet. Those are the prizes if you want in our next raffle. Gift the membership to be a part of it, and you help support the channel. Thank you all for your incredible support. Ladies and gentlemen, let's check in now with someone who helped put together this bracket. Without him, this tournament does not happen. And I want everyone to know that, because he doesn't call in often, but he's here day in, day out. The chair of our committee, Boomtown, joins us first tonight. Boomtown, thank you for your service.
Mr. Jake Asman, how the hell are you?
Oh, my God. How are you doing, man? This was something you worked on for months. A lot of thought went into this, energy, time. From your perspective as the chairman of the committee, Boom, break down the process and what it took to ultimately come away with a field of 64.
So I'm glad you know that. We've been working on this actually for a long time. So I believe this is an idea that you and Tom Ace kind of threw out as sort of an idea maybe 6 months ago, and it really sort of snowballed from there. I'd say in January is when we really started to put the work in. Tom Ace and I were sort of going back and forth. And once we put the committee together, it really fell into place really well. I'm glad you noted that it was very interesting for you to listen to the committee work together, because there were some people advocating for certain Asmaniacs that you never would have thought was actually going to be a thing. But this, I think this came out excellent.
It's not easy. You know, the people aren't going to be happy no matter what. You guys ultimately did. I'm gonna put the bracket up on the screen right now, and we're gonna break this down together because I want your thoughts. Like when you were going through this and your initial evaluation, what was the most difficult aspect of this? And now that you kind of see it all kind of unfold here, like which region was the most difficult for you to assess, or which Asmaniac was the most difficult? Kind of break down from your perspective what was the most challenging part about all this.
So just imagine the number of callers that you've had over the course of the year. Now put together that entire list, sort of try and narrow it down. We literally came out with a list of it was either 99 or 100 Asmaniacs. So now you have all these names. Now you got to try and start to rank them 1 through 64. So it was quite monumental. I'm glad the committee was able to come together to sort of hammer out some of the finer details. We have some very polarizing names in this community. I felt the number 1 seeds were quite deserving. There were some number 2s that easily could have snuck in as number 1s. What I am going to say is for people that think that this is going to be some no-brainer matchups, don't count your chickens here. I feel the chat may vote a certain way on some of these matchups, but I think a lot of people are going to be quite surprised.
The number 1 seeds. I mean, I was going to go there next. I mean, to me, Charles Gorman is the number 1 overall seed. Was a no-brainer. After that, though, I think a lot of people on the committee certainly were on board with Lane Train, certainly on board with everything that he has brought to the show. But it was interesting hearing the debate with Cheats Fan and then specifically Bobby Midnight, because there's some really great 2 seeds that several committee members were arguing, hey, maybe we make them a 1 seed. What did you make of the intense debate with Cheats Fan and Bobby Midnight for those final 2 1 seeds?
For both of them, I would actually implore the community to go back and watch some of the best of Jake Asman shows, the 1 through 8 that Gator put together, because I think people are going to have a lot of recency bias. They recognize what's happened in the last couple of months, but they forget we took into account what took place over the entire year. So basically from last March to today. So we've had a few of our our stronger community members like King Losi and Bonesy that were calling in every day or every other day, and maybe they've slowed up a little bit and you sort of forgot about them. The committee didn't. We didn't forget about them. So there were a lot of things that were taken into account here. And like I said, I think we came out with the most fair way we could do this.
You know, as far as some of the other controversies here that I can already see brewing from people in the chat, a lot of people I spoke to, they thought Beastbreaker was going to actually be a 1. And I had to tell them it's based on the last calendar year, not just specifically the last couple months. Your thoughts on the Beastbreaker debate, because the committee, just listening into the conversations, there was a lot of differing opinions on where to slot the Beast.
I can only imagine what the chat is saying right now, because you're either with him or you are 100% against them. The matchup that he has here in the first rounds, where are we here? Dave Briga. I'm not so sure he's getting out of the first round. I don't want to make an opinion here. I want people to be able to fill out their brackets without any sort of bias here, but that is a tough matchup for him in round 1.
Real tough. I could see him going on a run. I could see him going down early. You know, I really could.
Absolutely.
And what's interesting is Dave Briga despises Beastbreaker. So if you don't like Beastbreaker, a vote for Dave Briga is basically supporting the anti-Beastbreaker agenda. And if you do love Beastbreaker, you're going to vote for him because Dave Briga hates him. So it is a fascinating first round matchup here. I also want to ask you about Cheats Fan, because he's come under fire the last couple of days. A lot of people saying, well, can a Jets fan win this tournament? And I tried to emphasize that while I would say 95% of my audience are Jet fans, it's called Asmaniac Madness, not Jets Madness. So that was my thoughts on it. But what are your thoughts on those saying, hey, Cheats Fan can't be a 1 seed, or he can't win this thing because he's not a Jets fan?
I agree with that with 100%. It's Asmaniac Madness. It's the people that support this show. It's the people that call in every day, every other day. They entertain the masses. They give their takes. Be fair to them. Like, okay, maybe they're not a Jets fan or a hardcore Jets fan, but they're here. They're here with the community. They're supporting the community. So in the end, you vote however you want. That's the beauty of this. If you want to vote for only hardcore Jets fans, if you want the most entertaining, the most knowledgeable, you do you. You vote how you want.
What region's your favorite? Just looking at it, Boom. I'm curious. We got some other committee members on the line I'm going to bring in to get their thoughts on all this. But for you, this was your project, man. This doesn't happen without you. What's your favorite region, just looking at how it ultimately shaked out?
The butter region is quite fascinating. You have the potential for some epic matchups. Well done to JQuest, by the way, and his very excited family. Maybe that helped turn the tide in his matchup. I'm not sure. But when you see a possible matchup of the Midnight Brothers as a potential matchup, like that is unbelievable. Putting the two Australians head-to-head in the first round, some may say that's kind of dirty. Some might say that's quite entertaining. Whatever it is, you're head-to-head, so you're going to have to earn it. You also have two of, again, I'll use the word polarizing. If Alan and Gary do manage to win a couple games, they are going to meet up. So that is, I think, by far the most competitive region.
I mean, the conversation with the butter region, that just listening into you guys break it all down. What do you do with Mikey Midnight? I mean, if he had called the entire year, we're talking about him maybe being a 1 seed, 2 seed at the worst. I mean, where to slot him? I mean, he's at a 5, and there's going to be half the people saying that's too low. The other half may be saying, well, he hasn't called long enough to be that high. Your thoughts on what the committee had to basically decide on when it came to Mikey Midnight?
So you alluded to it, I believe, in one of your last shows. The committee did not have this finalized until a couple of days ago. So there were some tweaks that were made. I liked in the last couple of months, I was doing some sort of mock drafts to kind of see how this would sort of play out. And up until 2 weeks ago, I had Mikey Midnight nowhere near a 5 seed. When we came together, we're like, what are we going to do with them? And as he just kept calling, and the community just was beyond excited, we knew we had to push him up the rankings. I think he slots in quite well as a number 5 seed. He doesn't have the length of time with the community here yet, but you can't ignore the electric calls that he's had.
It's incredible. And, the way that it could potentially shake out, we could get the Midnight Brothers matched up in the Sweet 16, which would be unbelievable.
Unbelievable is the only word you can use. It would be an epic matchup.
My God. Boom. Just looking at this here, it's incredible what you and the committee have put together. And this is going to be some tournament, man. I can't wait to see it all kind of unfold. I mean, I've been filling out my bracket the last several days, and I make changes every day. I just don't know. I host the show, and I don't know how it's going to go.
It's going to be great. To all the ASMANIACs, good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, our committee chairman, Boomtown, starting us off. Wow. Folks, is this not insane? Is this not insane? Think about the level of difficulty it is. And that's a testament to the audience. I can't say it enough. We have the best listeners, man. The New York Jets have been one of the biggest jokes in all sports. Yet you tune in every day and make this community what it is. It's incredible. If you're tuning in live right now, hit the like button. If you're on Discord, I posted the link again for you to fill out your brackets. If you're in the chat, I posted the link for you to fill out your brackets. I want to hear your Final Four picks when you call in tonight. And then if you're a caller who's in the tournament, I want your thoughts. Let me get to a couple super chats here, and then I promise we'll break down more of the bracket. We got some more committee members on the line that are going to weigh in. Shout out to Johnny Boy, who writes in, I'm willing to sell my love muscle. Johnny Boy must make it out of the first round. Johnny Boy, let's see where you're slotted in this tournament. I know you're in here. I don't even know where all the regions are myself. Johnny Boy is, I see you. You got Johnny Boy, I got news for you, man. You got a tough draw. You're playing Jason and Jerusalem in round 1. That's a winnable matchup for you. Both are excellent callers, but you got a chance. You're running into the Gorman buzzsaw in round 2. Good luck. Good luck. You're going to have to come up with something creative to win that one, Johnny. Yikes. Mother effing Chew's in our raffle. He gifted a membership. Chew, thank you very much, my friend. Mr. Bonesy's in the house. He writes in, The train bracket's in trouble. I have recently signed Gary's babysitter to my active roster to help solidify my starting lineup. Well, that would change a lot if Gary's nanny is Team Bonesy now. Let's take a look at the train region. Let's see the draw for Mr. Bonesy. Bonesy is in the tournament as a 3 seed. He'll take on the 14-seeded JT in the opening round. If Bonesy wins, he'll play the winner of Chef Kevin versus Snowball. It's a pretty good draw for you, Bonesy. I can see you doing some damage here. Now, if you run into V-Man in the Sweet 16, the little Poughkeepsie, New York matchup there would be fascinating. Knobcraft with a super chat. I've already sent in the perfect bracket. I'm taking this one to the house like Cheech fan brings home his dates in a doggy bag. Rat Diddy in the raffle for 5 with this super chat. I appreciate it, Rat Diddy. Gorman is like UNLV 1990 team looking unstoppable. Look, I want to make it clear, and I've said this, I had no say on the seedings. I was just overseeing it. I didn't want because I want to be unbiased. I just wanted to oversee it, let the committee decide. If I was making number 1 seeds, Gorman would have been my personal number 1 overall seed. But that's the committee agreed. I think Charles is the favorite entering this tournament. I don't have the betting odds yet. I don't know if anyone has put those together yet, but Gorman's got to be the favorite. JQuest writes in, thanks, saved my home. God damn, I love this show. Can we give it up for JQuest again in the chat? Was that not incredible? I've been sitting on that video for a couple days already. That was amazing. David is in our raffle for 1. Thank you, David. 25 in the house. He's in the tournament. Going up my pick for tourney winner in round 1. Pre-packing my bags for Cancun early. All right, let's see where 25 is. I know he's got a tough draw, right? I think he's a 16th seed, which good luck. 25, you're matched up with well, actually, are you oh, you got the Lane train in round 1? That's tough. I think I have Lane Gorman in my final right now. That's tough. 25. I want you to know that I appreciate your support, though. It's not a negative against you that you're a 16 seed. It's a testament to you that you even made the tournament. David D says Team Gary. Gary's a 2 seed. Adam is too cool says thanks for the honorable mention. My late year run like the Jets. I'll see you in the postseason next year. Love to the ASMANIAC community. Adam, if you call all year, you're in the field next year without a doubt. All right, we have more committee members on the line, but I do want to check in with a 1 seed to get his thoughts, and then we'll continue the conversation with committee members and other callers who are in the tournament. But it's not often this guy gets a chance to call in, and when he does, it's always memorable, and that's how you could be a 1 seed in this tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, reacting to his seeding, it's the Lane train.
Hi, how are you? Bruce Hall. That's good.
Lane, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I made it into the bracket.
Not only did you make it in, Lane.
It's all in the order. Yeah.
Lane, you didn't just make it in. You're one of the top 4 callers in this show.
You have everything written down, though. Look, it's so small. Oh, can you make it bigger?
There it is.
25, Robert T. Southern Ass. Funny name. I know it's a bad word, but you know, everybody's an ass. Rick Kent, Jay Graves. The guy that likes to sit in the dark, B-Mac. Seth Kevin. Does he own a restaurant or not? Or
he does. He's a chef.
Seth Kevin, Snowball, Mr. Bolsey. You know what? I could do the announcements, actually.
Go ahead.
I never heard Doug on the couch. Is he new?
No, he's been here.
Yeah, yesterday on Bobby So we had 2 new people, actually. The third, and who else was on it? 2 new people. All right, let me see. I got it.
Lane, do you think you're going to dominate 25?
25 is good.
Yeah, but is he better than you?
Maybe. I think
a humble champ.
Yeah. So anyway, how's your day today? That's what I was going to talk about.
It was pretty good. I hosted for 4 hours on Mad Dog Radio on Sirius, and now I'm doing this. I mean, this is the best part of the day right here.
So anyway, who do the Jets draft? Noble? Do the Jets draft Noble?
They might. I think they should draft whoever wins this tournament. Maybe it's you.
I could get drafted.
Yeah. Hey, Lane, let me ask you. The other number one seeds were Bobby Midnight, Cheats Fan,
This is tough.
and Charles Gorman. Do you think that the committee got it right with the other top number one seeds?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you'll get it all, like, everything together.
That's right. And by the way, Lane, I'm updating the number 2 next to your name because that was for the monthly rankings. You're now a 1 seed in this tournament. Every caller who calls in that's in the tournament, put your seeding number next to your name so we know.
Yeah.
Lane, congrats on making the tournament. I had no doubt.
Yeah.
Now I think you got a chance to cut down the nets.
That game was good today. I watched it and they won. Yeah, the Mets won. No, actually, they ended in a tie, actually. Believe it or not.
Lane?
Yeah.
You're the man.
Yeah. I know. Hi. Sorry, everybody. See you next call when we talk about sports again.
Lane going like Han Solo and Empire Strikes Back there. I love you. I know. Lane, you're the man. I know. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why he's a 1 seed. A humble 1 seed. He could have said, I'm going to wipe the floor with you, 25. Kiss my ass. You got no chance. And he didn't. Ladies and gentlemen, we have other great callers on the line. I want to check in with 2 members of our committee and get their thoughts. We bring on committee member Gator McCluskey and committee member Nick Shine to break down the bracket and share their thoughts. Gentlemen, excellent job putting this together. Now that the bracket is out, Gator, I'll start with you. Give us your initial reaction to seeing it all come together.
Well, first off, I'd like to say that usually I can see humor and potential in something like a mile away. I feel like that's one of my gifts. And that's when I see something on your show or an opportunity, I feel like I can go after it. I did not see this coming. I didn't think this was going to be 1/10 as exciting and successful as it seems to be. I'm just literally shocked at how much fun this was to be involved in, and you know how challenging it was to put the order together and get everybody's advice. I just wrote down a couple of things that I wanted to let you know were real challenges for me. I fought for 2 people in particular, Gary and the Beast. You know, my feeling was that I wanted to see them get higher up in the count because they just, especially Gary, I just think he's brought like so much to the show recently and all through the year, but particularly recently. Gary's been one that seems to, no matter who he's talking to, he can stir up a controversy. So there's that. And Beast, I mean, I hope that he's starting to turn more and more people to realize that his entertainment value for this show just keeps going up and up. I just hope that he can keep himself together and not offend anybody. Is the I guess the simplest way I can put it, because he's capable of making.
Does he have
enemies.
anyone left? Is there any group that he hasn't offended yet? Do we have a? Is there any territory he could step into?
He's turned a lot of people. And I think that's great. BMAC was a controversy. I love the fact that BMAC made it into the tournament. And I think it was important for all of us to match him up with the right person that, you know, will hopefully make it fun. And then the last one I wanted to say was Decker was really hard. But I must say that really what it came down to is the fact that we tried to keep people in there that called in. And technically, Decker's not somebody that calls in. So if anybody's really sad and upset that she didn't make the cut, that was a really hard one for all of us. And it really came down to just having a strict rule, you know, that you had to be somebody that called in. And that's really it. I mean, I think the 16 seeds, we spent a lot of time on them. And overall, I think at some point we said, you know what? The 16 seeds are probably going to lose. That's the hardest spot to be in. So when it comes to that list of 10 or so that we left out, at some point we spent so much time on it. We were really just kind of like, we're fighting over getting people in the tournament that are probably going to get eliminated in the first round. So it made it a little bit easier to sort of just say, you know, if you made that honorable list, you definitely, like, it was a coin flip really for those, you know, for those bottom seeds that didn't make it in. And it worked out the way it did, but hopefully, man, this thing is just too much fun.
Look at these regions, man. The chicken soup. By the way, the creativity of the names before we get to Nick here for his thoughts. I mean, just shout out to you guys. Chicken soup region, the hood region, the butter region. Like each region's got a theme with a number 1 seed or a 2 seed influencing it. The train region for Lane. Just an incredible job all around by you guys.
Yeah, that was something I came into when I was like, we have to name the regions. When you do the national tournament, you have East, South, Midwest, West. I was like, we have to theme the regions so we know what to reference. And we just did a tremendous job coming up with them. Shout out to everybody involved. I know this is the ASMANIAC Madness, but it also should have like a Boomtown Invitational. The work he puts in is just incredible. And we debated a lot as a committee, and we have obviously, you have 6 people debating this. There's going to be differences of opinion. And whenever we hit that point of little pushback, Boom would supply the analytics, the data, the statistics to help differentiate the opinions and help settle it. And we were like, all right, the data backs it up. We'll go this way. The data backs it up. We'll go that way. Hold on a second. I'm getting a phone call. Hello. Is he really? I'll tell Jake right now. Jake, we have breaking news. Chiefs fan is ineligible for the tournament because he put himself on IR the other day when he said he couldn't call in. Physically unable to compete.
Hey, Chiefs fan gets injured more than Giancarlo Stanton, one of our great listeners, Roe, pointed out. I mean, my God. Chiefs, look, how do you guys feel about the Chiefs fan debate, though? Because, there's a lot of people who won't vote for him because he's not a Jet fan. I fall on the side of it's ASMANIAC Madness, not Jet fan madness, but you guys are both Jet fans and ASMANIACs. So your thoughts on that?
Well, I would remind people that Bobby Midnight is a Giants fan and Lane Train is a Giants fan. And there's probably several others in our midst that are not necessarily, Jet fans. I mean, BMAC is not a Jet fan.
Alan's in the tournament and he hates the Jets. So exactly.
Alan hates the Jets. But specifically Lane and Lane and Bobby Midnight. Okay, they're not Jets fans first and foremost. So the Chiefs fan thing is dead to me. That's not even an issue. He's awesome. He's been awesome. He can tend to ramble on a little bit and but you guys got to vote. The way you feel. He's going to have a tough run when it gets down to like David T.
Look at that region. David T versus Chiefs fan. And they also, when I was filling this out, Gator, I have a funny feeling Neil's going to go on a run because it's going to be maybe like sweet and soft David T versus Neil in the Sweet 16 potentially. And I'm very curious to see which way the chat would vote because we got a lot of the OGs in that region, by the way. We got Peter Castro. We got Rob from Glenhead. We have Neil, Leany. We have the OG Jet fan in the hood region with Cheats fan and David T as well as an OG Jet fan. So that's a fascinating region you guys put together.
Yeah, a lot depends on the recent callers and how involved they are because Neil has a history with the show. So that's why I do encourage folks to go and watch those best ofs because some of the best moments in the history of the show come from guys like Neil and King Losi and V-Man and the list that goes on. And if they haven't been recent callers, like V-Man's been a little bit of a ghost. You have to understand, V-Man would have been a 1 seed without a doubt if we did this a year ago. He was like V-Man. At some point, Bobby would have been like the absolute number 1 seed by a mile. So, you really got to go back and watch those best ofs if you really want to have the full experience of what the last year has been like. Because, V-Man's a monster in the ASMANIAC world.
V-Man, a 2 seed in the train region, Lane the 1 in that region, of course. You got Robert C. and Rick Kent. Yeah.
Because V-Man and Bonesy ride the train every day. We had a little plan behind some of the seating. Gary and Bobby in the butter region. So there was more thought than you guys might think we put into this. But we did put some thought into this to give, all the viewers the great entertainment that this is going to be. Now, I just do want to say this. If there's a matchup that you are angry about, blame the committee. If there's a matchup you love, credit me. That's just how we're going to go going forward. If there's any matchup in particular, maybe the 8-9 matchup in the hood region that you're looking at, like, holy crap,
So let me ask you this, Jake. I don't know if you've given this a lot of thought, but if we had had this a year ago, who would the top 4 be?
Ooh.
For me, I would definitely say you got V-Man, you got Neil, Mr. Bonesy. Okay, so who was it a year ago today that would have been potentially the top 4?
Yeah, I think Bobby Midnight is still a 1 a year ago. I'm trying to think like what was going on a year ago. I think Bobby Midnight was definitely still a 1. I think V-Man, to your point, Gator, it's not like he fell far. He's still a 2. I think V-Man definitely would have been a 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think where Gorman was at a year ago. Was he this Charles Gorman that we have today? Like, he still might have been in the conversation to be a 1 because we had the chicken soup stuff over a year ago. So that would have been in play.
That was the beginning of his
around a year ago, and Bonesy with the Aaron Rodgers love you looked forward to Bonesy's call.
And also, Bonesy, to that point too, Bonesy was a big part of the offseason content in April and May of last year with the shoe store challenge with Neil. That needs to be reminded to all the Asmaniacs out there. Go watch the shoe store challenge video because that was a huge storyline on this show when there wasn't a lot of Jet offseason stuff to talk about because they didn't change coaches last year. We had the same quarterback coming back, had the same coaching staff coming back. So we needed content, and Neil versus Bonesy was a big part of it. So I'm glad Neil's a 3 and Bonesy's a 3. If we were doing this a year ago, you're right. They probably would have been higher.
And how about you have Dre and Ricky New York? They would have been in the top 10, right? They would have been in the top 8, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. And Dre was a tough one because he hasn't called at all recently. But, I mean, Dre was such a big part of the show with 28 Touchdown Island, with the Garrett Wilson stuff, and him going at it with Allen and other people in the chat, him and JJ going at it. I mean, Dre got a tough draw having to go against a 5 seed in Mikey Midnight, who very easily, as we're talking about guys who, a year from now, where they could be seated. I mean, Mikey Midnight could be a 1 and no one would be surprised a year from now.
Yeah.
He could dominate.
Midnight is on right now. People have recency bias. Also, you got to factor in, Jake, with how many new subscribers you've added over the last year. People might not go all the way back. So there might be people who are in the chat every day now who might only be 6 months or 3 months with your show, right? The everyday viewers. And the thing that's going to be most important in the voting process, who's in the chat that day for the matchup. As much as everyone wants to try to, life happens. Can certain people not make certain shows? The most important thing, show up and vote. Don't complain after the fact. If you don't make the episode and you don't vote, you really don't have a say in it and to complain after the fact. But of course, we know people will. The thing with Chiefs fan that you were asking earlier with Chiefs fan Lane, Bobby, I think it's a testament to your show and how far your reach is, that you have people who aren't certainly Jets fans, but come to the show and enjoy the show and become a part of it. And to Jets fans who embrace those characters. And you see here that there was no bias. There was no mandate on your team fanhood. It's just who brings the most entertainment, who brings the most intrigue. And I think the committee, we really focused on that.
Committee did a great job. This was not easy. I mean, I when we met like 2 Sundays ago to start talking about this, I thought, this will be like a 30-minute call. We'll just knock it out. And it ended up being like 3.5 hours of you guys debating everything. Gator already brought up, some of these 16s that we put so much thought into just for them to get slaughtered by, Gorman and Lane in the first round or whatever, because it's going to be so tough when you're in that matchup. So there was so much thought that went into it. So just, take it
easy. I can say one more thing. There are certain people that dominate periods of time on your show. Like right now, Beastbreaker is a dominating character. He's like the new thing. He's the most exciting, and he's sort of dominating the show the last few months. But if you go back, there was a time where a guy like Scott was like the call you looked forward to. That was batshit crazy. Scott's calling in. I am not missing that. Did he call in? I missed that show. Let me scan through it and make sure I catch Scott. So every period of time had that guy. Bobby was that guy for a while. Chiefs fan was that guy for a while. And you could just go through the list. So right now, as much as Beastbreaker's the guy, he may not be the guy a month from now. So that's how the show kind of works. There's always this new guy that creeps up and takes over, and it's fun to watch.
Man, is there a first round matchup that you guys are the most excited about?
Gator?
Let me see. I mean, there are some in the first round, it's
The
going to
Australia
be
one is great. Craig and Sarah going at it is incredible.
I mean, Robert C. Rick Kent's going to be a flip of the coin.
I'll go. Mine is if people are calling in, the day that Rob from Glenhead and we, the people, go against each other would be. There's been some tension there, and I think that will be the most intriguing smack talk for competition, for entertainment.
8-9
Personally, I'm just hoping that Beastbreaker can get through and not get eliminated from hate. Like I hope that people look at him as the entertainment value he brings to the show with his offensive calls here and offensive statements here and there. That aside, his entertainment value and what he brings to the show is sometimes just enough that he should hopefully get to the point where when he does get eliminated, it's really justified.
And you got to add Jay Graves against BMAC. That's another matchup that there's real life tension, and it's going to be great entertainment. Jay, I have a question for you. Now, with people calling in are they calling in for their matchups during the show, or would they call in the show before to present themselves for the following show before voting starts?
Whatever they prefer, it doesn't bother me. I want to give people the opportunity to call in the day they're actually going at it. I mean, some callers don't even need it. Like honestly, it's probably better if Alan doesn't show his face. Alan
The less he says, the better, right?
Yeah.
It's even in the chat. Alan, stop typing.
Exactly. He's not even a real Jet fan. So like that to me is the thing. And look, to make it easy on Gator, who's got graphics for each of these matchups, we're gonna go in order basically from left all the way down. So each show, like on March 1st, when we do a show that day, it's Gorman versus Chris G in the opening round. If I do a second show on Saturday, I probably won't because I have a life. We're gonna do Jason of Jerusalem versus Johnny Boy. That'd be on Sunday. And then Monday, when I'm back to my usual 2 shows a day, JJ versus June in the morning. Big fella Paul in the afternoon. So it's going to go. You're going to be able to figure it out based on the content schedule when these matchups are. And it's 1 per show. So this is going to take from March 1. And our goal is to time it up where when the actual March Madness National Championship game is that Monday night, that's when our final is that day too.
Awesome.
So this is going to be insane. And I've been posting the link in the chat for those of you who want to fill out your own brackets and join the bracket pool. And committee members are allowed to be in it. There's nothing wrong with that. They put the bracket together. They have no influence on the vote, and we're all just going to see how it plays out. It's a tournament for the ASMANIACs by the ASMANIACs.
If you're okay with it, I'll run a bracket pool. I'll do like a $10 entry where people can Venmo or Cash App, and we'll do, how they do like office pools.
Yeah.
I'll run I know you got a lot on your plate. I'll run the office pool for this.
That's what this is. There's a link to it. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but it's free to enter, right?
It's free. Yeah, you want to actually do a money one?
I'll collect, and we'll based on how many people are interested, I'll have the payouts set.
Hey,
but you do plan on giving a prize to the winner, right? I'm not talking to a cash prize to you, Nick. Jake, you're going to give a prize to the winner of the bracket.
Well, the actual ASMANIAC that wins is going to get the best of the best trophy, named after the late great Keith Best, who obviously would be in this tournament if he was still with us. So we're thinking about you, Keith, on a day like today. And the listener who wins the bracket pool on the website, Run Your Pool, that I keep posting in the chat for people to fill out their brackets, we're going to have a grand prize. It's going to feature, I think, premium tickets to a Jet game and some other stuff, a second place prize winner, third place, and you're going to have a chance to win stuff that way. So it's going to be epic, gentlemen. I want to thank you both enough.
Off topic, but I just wanted to show you. I got my Garrett Wilson Funko Pop.
There it is.
Yeah, just came in the mail. Very excited. Hopefully
I just picked up a new power strip today for all the plugins.
I'm happy for you and your family. Gentlemen, thank you both for popping on. Appreciate the insight.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this.
Love you guys. Be well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shine, Gator McCluskey. Couldn't have put this tournament together without their work. A couple super chats I want to get to. Then I want to get back to callers on the line who are some of our top seeds, and we got a lot of them on the line. Let's see. Abu Dhabi Jet Fan says, train region is the group of death. Is the train region the most difficult region? See, that's the debate now. Where's the group of death? We need John Rothstein on to give us the nicknames for all these regions. Let's see. Train region, you got Lane as the 1, B-Man the 2, the 3 in the regions, Bonesy, Chef Kevin, Snowball. That's a tough region. Kyle Clifton's in that region. That's a great region. I actually think the Hood region's the most difficult. Because I could see David T going on a run. I could see Purple Belt Mike going on a run. He's a fan favorite. Neil's a fan favorite. Leany and Luppy are both great. Castro's hilarious. Nate has a great role in the show. Yeti's calls are short and sweet, but they're hilarious. Like this is, I struggled the most with the Hood region. I mean, we know Chiefs fans from the Hood, but the people in that region, I mean, tough. David D says, Team Gary. Adam is too cool. Thanks for the honorable mention for my late year. I already read that one. My fault. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any super chats here. I'm not doing a normal show here, so the super chats are super helpful. Appreciate you all. Leany says, thank you to the committee for the selection and for your long hours of hard work. What fun this is going to be. The Asmaniacs are the best. Leany versus Luppy in the first round is a scintillating first round matchup. Scintillating. Luppy writes in, speaking of the devil, Leany's opponent. Jake, great stuff. This is epic. I'm so thankful for being in the bracket and some epic matchups. Appreciate that. Omari with a super chat. Received my jersey. Thanks, Jake. Omari, congrats on winning. I need a raffle with a Sherman Plunkett jersey. We have the same last name. Omari, appreciate you. Craig writes in, if I lose to Sarah in the first round, let's just say, anyone want to work here? New position available. That's my favorite first round matchup. Craig versus Australia. Or Craig from Australia versus Sarah from Australia in the opening round. And I believe that's in the butter region, right? Let me confirm that. It is. Speaking of the butter region, ladies and gentlemen, checking in for the first time since he was named a number 1 seed in the first ever ASMANIAC Madness tournament is none other than...
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. I think they did a very good job in placing people.
How you feeling being a number 1, Bob?
Yeah, I don't like who I'm going against. I never liked him at all. Never liked him.
Well, let's see who you're going against. For those of you who are just
tuning in. Take a guess. Who don't I like? Me, Alan, and Gary had to go up against.
Black Gypsy.
Yep. My favorite pal of all time.
Do you think you're going to beat him?
I hope so, because he never calls in. Once in a great while, he's like high in the kite, so that's when he calls in. But no, they did a great job. Sarah, I think, is going to be. I'm going with Sarah, I said.
You think Sarah's going to be Craig?
Yeah. And Mikey's going to win my bracket, I think.
You think Mikey's going to come out of the butter region?
Yep. Adam, he's going to beat me. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Are we allowed to do the things? Are we allowed to do it?
Yeah, I put the link in the Discord. Go
I have Mikey beating me. So
go make your picks. I think you could beat Mikey, Bobby. I think you're selling yourself short.
Nah, people don't like me anymore because I'm so grumpy and all that. So
you're not grumpy right now.
I know, but like for like 2 months, I had like a period. I'm sorry, I had a period for 2 months.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
Remember at the beginning when I used to be filming, I have like 12, 13 intros, you know.
Yeah, I think you're a deserving 1 seat, Bobby. I think you got to.
I don't care what people say in the chat. The people who know me like me. So
you got to remind people of that period in time.
Yeah, well, like just said. Nick said that you got new subscribers too, so they don't go all the way back till they can always watch it. You know, like you said, the best of Jake anyway. So, but I think they did a very good job. It's very hard to do it. You know, it's fun. It's gonna be a fun time. So I think Mikey. I want Mikey all the way.
You want Mikey all the way. You versus Mikey in the Sweet 16 is a matchup for the ages.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, Mikey's a great kid. He's a great guy.
That's like a Final Four matchup, I feel like. But it has to happen in the Sweet 16 because of how great the show is with callers and the fact that your brother only recently started calling the last month.
Right, and then he should have called in. He's the one that got me into you. You know, he never called in. I used to call in all the time.
He found my show before you?
Yes, yes.
Well, how about that? I didn't even know that, and I've been taking your calls.
He never told you that?
No, I thought you found the show and then told him about it because he's the fan.
Nope, he told me about you. Remember the Giants people? They never let you call in. Like a couple of people let you call in, but you let people call in all the time. So that's why I came here.
How about this comment here from NY Jets, Florida? Winner should be invited to O'Leary's wedding. I'll run it by Matt, but the winning.
Oh, the pot stir has started again. Oh, what? Oh, he's gonna get wiped out in the first round. Who's he going against?
You're going in on Ted? What did Ted do?
Yes, who is he going against? I want to see him. He's gonna get wiped out.
This is a great 8-9. Ted versus JQuest in the first round.
Oh, JQuest is gonna mop the floor with him. Mop him up.
Did you like the video of JQuest finding
out? Yes,
that
was like when they're waiting for the end of the thing, and then the teams get all excited. Yeah, that was awesome.
I see.
Yeah, no, I think, and Mikey's gonna definitely beat up Ray. Mikey is going to dominate that one.
I think Mikey might win the whole thing.
I think so too. That's my prediction. Over Charles. I'm going with him over Charles.
Wow, that's strong.
Yeah, I think Mikey, he has to call him more. Hopefully we could. Oh, there's my cat. Do you see?
Oh, we see. All right.
Yeah, she's sneaked behind now. So she's happy. So Michael's happy too. I told him to call in because he's talking to the girl from Florida tonight. So,
ladies and gentlemen, let's check in right now with one of the most popular Asmaniacs that is officially in the tournament and the brother of Bobby Midnight.
Hello, I'm Mikey. I'm Bobby's little bro. Have you seen Jake Graves? She's so beautiful. I love my boy Jake, but not in a gay way. I am so happy. I'm not going to touch anything, I promise.
Mikey!
Mikey!
Hey, I'm not
Mikey! Mikey, you go like
Bobby.
I know you're. Mikey, you made the fifth seed.
Oh, good. It's better than that. And better than that.
You're going against Jay Graves. They wanted to make you higher. I thought they should have made it higher. But...
I want Jay Graves to win.
Michael, didn't you remember? You're the one who got me hooked onto Jake's show, right?
Yeah, of course I did, Bobby. Guess what? Today I talked to Sherry from
from Florida.
And she's gonna call Dad and talk to Mom for her niece.
Yeah, she's in the nursing home, right? Yeah.
Not yet. Monday, I think Monday. The rehab place.
She has to rehab.
The Jets all the way. The Knicks stink. They
do stink.
Okay, they only lost one, Michael. Calm down.
No,
they stunk today.
They lost today too?
They can't beat the Celtics.
They lost to
the
the Celtics? Oh, my God.
Not great. Not great. Now, Mikey, a lot of people think you're going to win the whole thing. Have you given any thought to what it would mean to be the champion of this tournament?
Yeah, I'll go share with everybody. Yeah, of course.
Michael, I told him I'd take you against me, so.
Mikey, look who you're matched up against here. You're going up against Dre, and if you win, you'll take on the winner of Ricky NY or Dark Knight Steve. And if your brother wins his first two, you guys would meet in the Sweet 16 for all the marbles.
And I think
Holy cow. Guess who I talked today? Guess who I talked to?
Oh, Ricky from New York, yeah.
Yeah, he called me today.
He called you on your cell phone?
Yeah, Michael asked for the phone number to call him up.
I love it.
Yeah,
you could call me anytime too. Yeah, my number.
I'll give you a call, Mikey. We'll chop it up. All right.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hey, it's my prediction about the Jets. I think Justin Fields. Justin Fields all the way.
Justin Fields.
It's like Lane.
Yeah, I believe. Because that's Aaron Glenn's homeboy. You got to know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we want to sign Garrett Wilson tomorrow, as soon as possible.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you win the tournament, Mikey, we're going to call up Garrett Wilson personally, and he's going to congratulate you on the win, all right?
Oh, wow. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
you know how you can do that. Cameo. You could
Aaron Glenn will call me directly?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because I talked to the girl from, I talked to Webster one time for my birthday.
Yeah, right. You know what I want to talk to, too?
Jay Graves.
Gary Wilson.
Oh.
And Jake Graves. Don't forget Jake Graves. I won't forget.
Ladies and
Jake
gentlemen,
Graves.
the Midnight Bros, who are each in the same tournament and could potentially meet in the Sweet 16.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? You get to pick the ones that make the show rock.
Couple super chats to get to here. Bino says, Jacob, I was on the job site all day. Who's the number one? Seeds. I'll tell you, for those just tuning in, here are the 4-1 seeds real quick. Full brackets posted in the comments. If you want to fill one out, I'll make sure it's the pinned comment when I get done with the live show here for those of you tuning in. Number one overall seed in the chicken soup region is Charles Eugene M. Gorman. Number one seed in the hood region, Cheats fan. Number one seed in the butter region, Bobby Midnight. Number one seed in the train region, Lane Kerner. Those are the 4 number one seeds in ASMANIAC Madness. More reaction from people in the tournament. Then a special guest will join us as well for his thoughts on the tourney. Let's say hello to Kyle Clifton. Kyle, congrats on making it into the tournament.
Thanks for having me, Jake. I'm very excited about the undertaking, and since I'm thought to be all business, obviously I'm calling in to talk about the combine.
Let's see. Where are you at, Kyle? I know you're in the tournament. I'm just trying to hear you. You're in the train region. Tough draw to be in the lane train region.
I do think it's a tough region. I think butter and train and hood are all tough. I agree with you. I think hood is probably the toughest. But the one thing I said coming into this, I'd like to make it past the first round, and the one person I didn't want to have to go up against in the first round was Sarah, and that is a brutal draw for Craig in the first round.
But if anyone could beat Sarah, it would be Craig.
It would be Craig. That's right. So you never know how this thing is going to go.
It's true. I mean, the thing with that matchup that's so captivating is without Craig, there would be no Sarah, and Craig is truly a Jet fan, whereas Sarah just started watching because of the entertainment value of the show. So how will the audience weigh that? Plus, we know Sarah is as Charles Gorman would say, lovely lady. So how does that influence the voting as well?
That's part of it, right? I can tell you that my first round matchup, Phenom, very memorable caller, very fun caller, very engaging, very knowledgeable.
Yep.
Your work is cut out for you in this tournament. And I'm taking it so seriously that I've actually shaved. If you're going to go to the dance, you got to make sure you look your best.
You look tremendous, Kyle. You really are ready to get after it. I'm excited for you.
I appreciate your time, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Kyle Clifton checking in, a 4 seed in the region that features a lot of heavy hitters, including the number one seed of that region, the Lane Train. Oh, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. I'll try to get to as many people as we can. Our next caller is a 2 seed in his respective region. He emerged onto the scene at the end of November, and I have to imagine if he called throughout the entire year, he would have got serious consideration to be a number 1 seed.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Hi, Jake.
David, congratulations on being a 2 seed.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I got chills. But I turned down a dinner over at my brother's house. I asked him if I could opt out because big things going on the Jake Asman show, and he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, that's fine." And I know it's not possible, but I still would concede to say like a little kid like Decker. I guess Gary just didn't have her on enough to get her into the tournament. But the 2 of the things that I find really interesting. The Aussies, I think that's going to end up a tie because, I love the accent, I love the people, and that's going to be a fun thing with boss and employee and all that kind of stuff. And the other call is, I think, Jay Graves and BMAC. I think that's going to be a healing call. I think that could be a tie call also.
It's going to be close, David, but I'll tell you what, there will be no ties in this. There must be a winner. I will stay on until the poll shifts one way or another for someone coming out on top.
Yeah, I know a tie can't be, and for the final, the two personalities, I have to win it all. I got a tie, and I know it's not possible, but I did edge one person, so this is, I'm just a diehard Jet fan. I'm a sick Jet fan, and your show makes it so much better. And you know what, Jake? Between if the Jets, they come in and with the coach and the coaching staff and everybody between now and next year, if they play winning football, I mean, your show is just going to keep on growing and growing and growing, and you deserve it, buddy.
I appreciate it, David. Now, before we go, give us your thoughts on your first round matchup. How you feeling about your chances of winning a round and doing some damage?
Yeah, I'm in with Coach Cho.
It's you versus Coach Cho. Yep, in the 215 matchup here. In the
I
Hood
will,
region.
Yeah, I like Coach Cho. I will definitely concede to Coach Cho. I'm just a believer in, and he's a college, small time college, not small time, but he's a college coach, and I really respect people that do what they love, for a living. So yeah, I'm conceding to Coach Cho.
I'll tell you what, David, you might be conceding, but the chat, I don't know if they're going to. I think they love you, David. Good luck in this tournament. You're a legend.
Thank you, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, David T.
I got my eye on you, Jake. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Incredible caller. Incredible man. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a who's who on the line right now. This is special. It just tells you the impact of the show. There's over 220 people watching this live right now. There's nothing to do with the Jets. Just people that call into the show. And we're getting numbers that do better than a lot of other channels when they're live, which is just a testament to this crazy, amazing audience. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gusbuster hotline right now to weigh in on his seating and to weigh in on his first round matchup is someone that always has passion and a lot to say. Let's hear from him right now.
Women.
Rob, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Congrats on making it into the tournament, Rob. You are a number 9 seed, and you will be facing Weed the People in the Hood region opening round.
I know Nick had a lot to do with that, me facing Weed. But all good. I'm going to bring my best, of course, to try to defeat Weed, a formidable opponent, of course.
This is a tough one. There's a reason why it's an 8-9. It could go either way.
Yeah. I thought I was going to be seated a little higher, like between 5 and 8. I thought I was going to be, but 9's good. That's fine. I'm happy with that.
Now, have you given any thought to, if you do win, you take on Cheats Fan in the round of 32?
Ooh. It might be just one and done if I win that. Chief Fan's going to be very, very difficult to beat, but I'm going to bring my best. I can't have a defeatist attitude, Jake. I got to go in with the intention of, I want to win, and I want to win hard, like obviously. Now, you would tell me exactly what day I would be actually facing Weed the People? Like,
yes, I will let you know. We'll announce in advance who the next day's matchups are. You can always message me too. It's gonna vary just based on the schedule for the show. Like every time I do a show starting next Saturday, March 1st, there'll be a matchup that day, and we're gonna go in order from Gorman and Chris G at the top. If you're looking at the top left of the bracket in the chicken soup region, top left, all the way down. Okay.
Just let me know, or you have my information. If you say, Rob, it's going to be you today or whatever, just let me know. And then is it actually going to be a face-off against your opponent, or is it going to be something else?
It's going to be a YouTube poll that people watching can vote on. And that's going to be.
I mean, like I'll call in and talk about the Jets or whatever, or my matchup, and then Weed will call up later on. It won't be us on the same screen together, will it?
No, it could be if you both happen to be on, but it's not required. The audience is going to vote, but you're welcome to call in and make your case. And you can make your case right now if you want to get started on it. Why should you defeat We the People?
Why should I defeat him? I don't know. I think I've been calling in longer than him. You know, he's very good with the computer and imagining, and he's kind of a prankster. He's a funny guy. I met him the time we went to T-Square, and he's a good guy. So again, he'll be difficult to beat. I think I have a little bit more tenure over him, calling and stuff, you know, especially to your show. And, you know, I kind of, even though I'm younger than the OGs, I think I kind of represent the OGs in that line of thinking with, you know, bringing Aaron Rodgers back and so forth. But I mean, it'll be a good matchup. I'm not going to beat him hands down, but I think I could beat him. But, you know, if I don't, then, you know, it would be a pre-congratulations, but I'm going to win. I'm going to play and play hard.
Rob, thanks for being a part of the show, and congrats on making it into the tournament.
Thank you, Jake, for everything and allowing me to be in the show. I love all the ASMANIACs. This has been a ride, in considering that our team has been horrible. I mean, at least we have your show. That's really softened the blow, let me tell you. I mean, I don't know what we would do without your show, Jake. This has been fantastic.
You're the man, Rob. Thank you very much.
Alan's wife.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rob, the Jet fan from Glenhead. What a matchup against him and We the People. Ladies and gentlemen, he wasn't on the committee, but he knows the show well. He was with me during the week of the Super Bowl at Radio Row. A special guest will join us. But first, a couple quick super chats to get us caught up. Jennergy, who's in the tournament, says, all you guys, to be honest, I had no idea I even made the tourney because I missed the beginning. Thanks for remembering the first Asmaniac who told V-Man off in Spanish. Jennergy, we'll never forget you. You're a member of the esteemed 4%. Jennergy is facing King Losi in the first round in the chicken soup region. That is a tremendous matchup because we know King Losi loves Jennergy. But Losi's going to have to take down Jennergy if he wants to move forward. Jennergy, good luck, and thanks for your support. You're awesome. Dark Knight Steve in the house. How about this? Just tuned in, so I made the tournament. I'm honored and moved, Steve. We're all thinking about you and your family's recovery. And, of course, you made the tournament. You're a huge part of what we do around here, Steve. I'm just trying to remember where you are in the tournament. Let's see. Where's Dark Knight Steve in this tournament here? I think if I remember, he's on the right side of the bracket. Let's see. Yep. Taking on Ricky NY in the 13-4 matchup in the Butter region. That is a great opening round. All right. I teased it just before. To get his thoughts on the tournament, a good friend of the show, and will be a frequent guest as we get closer to the draft, my buddy Cole Thompson's on the line. Cole, give us your thoughts on the bracket.
Oh boy, this is going to be exciting. I am beyond blessed to have filled out my bracket already. I have already decided on who is going to win. I'm going to make a second bracket, but I think you did a really good job. I think the committee was fantastic. You're entirely wrong. The Butter region, in my opinion, is the toughest region. I think that is the toughest region far and away because I could easily see anybody gutting out and anybody taking on anybody. I think Bobby Midnight's got a shot. I think Gary's got a shot. I think the Hamburger's got a shot. I think Jets Johnny is going to upset Allen round one. That's a given. I think the Dark Knight has a shot. I think that Ricky NY has a shot. I think Mikey, definitely a dude that we have got to start putting a little bit more juice on. I think that is far and away my favorite region to go ahead and talk about. I think that is the best one, Jake.
It is. There's a ton of great storylines. I mean, Mikey's incredible. Gary, I can tell you this. The debate what to do with Gary was long because there were people on the committee that wanted Gary to be a 1 seed. And it's tough to argue with what Gary brings to the show.
He's a 2 seed. He's a 2 seed. I'm sorry. He is. I don't mean anything rude against Gary, but Gary drives me nuts. I can't put somebody that drives me nuts as a 1 seed.
That's exactly why he can be a 1 seed.
He's too loose. No, you got.
Have you met Bobby Midnight? I fight with him every other call.
Bobby is deserving of being a 1 seed.
Yeah, so
Bobby is the epitome of the number 1 seed. Gary is the epitome of the number 2 seed.
I don't know. Gary had a look. Honestly, there's just not enough seeds. Like there's only 4 1 seeds. If there was 5, I think Gary would be. I could tell you Gary was the first 2 seed that was a 1. That if there was a 5th 1 seed, it would have been Gary.
Okay, fair. I will live with that. I will say, is Mikey only a 5 seed because of how long he's been calling in?
He's only started calling a month ago. That's why.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, because his call, just the one time I've heard him today, that's a 3 seed. That feels like a solid 3. Right.
If he
now.
called year round, he'd be a 1 seed, which he might
Okay.
be next year.
Fair enough. Beastbreaker as a number 2 seed. I love the fact that you threw him as a 2 seed. That is well deserved. He's only been here around for a short time, but he's one of those teams that we see like every year in March go on that epic run. They close out the year strong. They feel really good. And now I think he is the favorite out, and I think it's not Hood region. It's Chicken Soup region. I got him beating Charles Gorman. I do, as of right now.
You have Lane beating, you're Beast beating Gorman?
I have Beast beating Charles
Okay.
Gorman. I'll just let you know right now. That's my Elite 8. I have Beast beating Gorman. I think Beast goes on a run. I honestly think he goes on, like, it's not even remotely close. He is far and away, I think, you're going to get the most votes. I think
He
people are
might.
going to.
You have to
I think people
remember,
are going to
though,
fall for him.
Beast has a lot of haters out there.
He
does.
shouldn't, though. He is the perfect 2 seed. Absolutely. As long as his internet connection doesn't go out,
It never
he should. He should rock it.
I'll tell you what, I think Beast did himself a lot of favors leading up to the bracket being finalized when this happened during Thursday's program, and I think people are still smelling it days later.
You got to fix the internet up, man. We want to hear what you got to say, you know?
Well, don't worry. I got something to fix it. The very first part of the day.
Holy shit.
God bless. God bless. Seriously, and that dude's not going to win it.
You want to know why he did that, though? Because he
Why?
knows Gorman's known for his
His
farts.
farts.
So Beast is like, oh, yeah, well, watch this. So if we get Beast versus Gorman, we might just have to have a fart off on the air.
Is that that should be the way to decide it, dude. That absolutely should be the way to decide it. King Losi at number 3.
I think the second one. Excuse me.
It's going to be a battle, man.
It's literally got to be a fart machine. King Losi is a 3 seed. I like that. I like that as like kind of like that guy who can maybe switch some things up.
He's not happy that he has to go up against his love, Jenergy. We love Jenergy. She's great.
Who do you got in the Hood region? Let me see. What Cheese fan?
Hood region's compelling. Very compelling. Neil's
you
in
got
that
David T.
region. You have Peter Castro in that region. David T. I mean, you got Purple Belt Mike, Indy Jets. You got some heavy hitters in that region.
I think Purple Belt Mike can go on a run. I think Neil's interesting. Neil is very interesting to me because he pissed me off recently when I heard his takes about Connor, and I defend Connor. We like Connor. Connor's a good kid, but Neil's Neil, so he can go on a run. Chiefs fan still is Chiefs fan the number 1 overall seed.
No, the number 1 overall seed is Gorman.
Okay. Yeah. V-Man as a 2 seed I found was really interesting because I was listening to him when it was Gator on. By the way, hi Gator. About a year ago, he's right. I think V-Man would have been a number 1 seed, far and away.
Hey, look, the toughest decision was the 2 seeds, I think. Like we were able to get it to the 1, but then it's like who's a 2, who's a 3? There are 3s that could be 1s. Like like it's really all kind of depending on the time of year we're doing this, and it's based on the last calendar year. So we tried to really hammer that home to the committee that it's not just recency bias, although you can't ignore greatness when you see it, like what Mikey Midnight has done in 3 weeks and what Beast has done in 2 months.
I think Lane gets out in the Sweet 16. I think Lane's run is going to come to an end very quickly. I think he is the first 1 seed to go down.
Who do you think beats Lane?
I'll pull up my bracket, actually. I have Kyle Clifton.
Wow.
I have Kyle Clifton.
See?
I love Kyle Clifton. I think Kyle is fantastic. I'm very excited to see what he can do. But I do have V-Man going to the Final 4.
I love it. Cole, I appreciate you hopping on, man. This was great.
Anytime, guys. Talk great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cole Thompson will be joining us a lot more for draft stuff when we get closer. Wow. More of your calls right now. Purple Belt Mike is on the line. Mike, your reaction to the bracket. You are officially in. You are a 7 seed in the tournament. How we feeling?
I'm honest. I didn't think I was going to be that high. I'm shocked. I'm happy that I got ranked.
I think you
that
could have been
high.
higher. I think you're selling yourself short.
I don't know. I'm happy to be at 7. I think that's good. I thought I could have been less. Who am I facing?
You're facing Nick Tedorio.
Who the fuck is that guy?
You don't know. This is a bit, or you actually don't know him?
No, I really don't. Who is that?
You know Nick. He's always calling from his basement. He's a wrestling fan.
Calling from I'm
He's
drawing
always
a blank.
You know what I'm
I've
talking
been
about.
traveling all day. I'm in Huntsville right now in Alabama. So I'm just drawing a blank. I have no idea who that is though. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Who the F is that guy?
I'm
You know
drawing a
Nick.
blank. I can't believe
He's the guy with
I
the
don't even know
wrestling
who it is.
podcast. You know Nick.
Yeah,
Ladies
maybe
and
if I saw
gentlemen,
him.
this is perfect. You want to meet your opponent? You want to
Yeah.
know who he is? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a little feel for what ASMANIAC Madness is all about.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the ASMANIAC Rumble.
You know exactly who I am.
Shit, I know. I can't believe.
Shut your mouth.
Oh shit! All right, yeah. You know what?
You moonwalk any faster, you're gonna go right back through that wall.
I'm not backing anything up. I just forgot who you were.
It's just funny.
Now I
You know
remember.
exactly who the fuck I am.
I literally forgot, but now I remember.
I know, same. I can't. I honestly, same. I said, who's PBM? I said, oh, peanut butter.
Peanut butter. All right, yeah, whatever.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it is. We'll see. How long have you been watching wrestling?
Long ass time. As long as I've been watching the Jets.
I haven't watched
35
a minute of
years.
wrestling. Haven't watched a minute of it. I don't believe in it. I think that it's just fake, and it's just acting, and it's not a real sport.
Yeah. Reminds me of your takes, probably.
Yeah, it reminds me of you in that stupid T-shirt.
Classic.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a matchup unlike any other. Nick, were you surprised with your seating selection? We know Mike thought he was going to be lower, but I think he's
No,
deserving
I
of-
didn't honestly think I was going to be ranked, so I'm honestly quite surprised and appreciative, though. Honestly, like, no, because I don't know. I never think much of myself, memorable. You have a lot of callers, so I'm appreciative that you all think of me that way.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. This is now all of a sudden this might be my new favorite first round matchup. So I'm very excited.
May the best
Come on, man.
man
You
win,
didn't think
baby.
I was gonna like wrestling? He called in, and I was like, oh shit! Come on. like the timing was just.
I
perfect.
swear to God, I literally drew a blank. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a matchup, folks.
So
a
fun.
matchup that we'll be talking about for a very long time.
You don't know now, but you will. You will. You'll remember me.
Gentlemen,
We're still gonna lose.
Excellent job. We'll see you in March.
It's time for ASMANIAC Madness. Who will cut the nets down as the top ASMANIAC for 2025? Some of you don't even care, but we do. Let's get to it.
We heard from his opponent earlier in the show. The number 8 seed, Weed the People, is on the line. Hello, Weed.
What's up, Jake?
How are you?
I'm not bad, not bad. Took a little tumble off my scooter. Took a tumble off my scooter yesterday, but I'm playing hurt. We're good.
You look great, Weed. I haven't heard from you in a while.
It's been a little bit. I've been watching the show though. Just haven't really called in.
I know. Are you excited for this tournament, man? I mean,
Absolutely. I wasn't even expecting to be in it, man. It's gonna be great. And I get to take down. And I get to take down Rob from Pointyhead. Man, this is gonna be good times.
Now, when you saw the matchup featuring you versus Rob, what was the initial reaction?
Hell yeah!
I like that mentality.
I'm already in Photoshop making backgrounds, Jake.
You're ready to go, Weed. I mean, look, the region you're in is tremendous. David T's in that region. Purple Belt Mike and Nick, you just saw them on the screen. They're in that region. The hood region was incredibly difficult for me to try and fill out when I was looking at it before.
Yeah, I bet. That's one hell of a region for sure.
So you feel good about your chances, though, Weed? Have you thought about what your strategy is going to be to try and get more votes against Rob?
Just make as many jokes as I can, Jake. As many jokes and backgrounds as I can. Just crank them out. People love that stuff.
I love it. I love it, Weed. Well, I'll tell you what. I think if you called more, you'd be a higher seed than 8.
I will be calling back in. I'll be calling back in more. I appreciate I appreciate being 8 over Rob. That's fucking hilarious. I'm sure he loved that one. Oh, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support of the show.
Cheers, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we the people. One of the greats. We the people. We got plenty of people trying to call in, so if we already went to you, go off. Actually, you know what? This guy, we should be good. Ladies and gentlemen, I played this video earlier, but for those of you just tuning in, here was a live reaction to listener JQuest finding out earlier during this show that he is in the tournament. He's the 8th seed taking on the number 9 seed, NY Jets Florida. That is Pot Stirrer 10.
Guys, I'm really nervous. I don't know what's going to happen if I don't get in.
We might lose the house again.
I know. It's going to be the third time, but let's just see. It's about to come on. Let's see what happens. Look at the screen. Look, it's about to come on. 3, 2. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We're in! We're in! Let's go! We're in, baby! We're in! Woo! We're not losing the house! Yeah, Jake!
And JQuest is in, and he joins us now. Congratulations, JQuest. What a moment.
Yeah, great job by the committee, Jake. Awesome job, dude. And, dude, all the matchups is, like, perfect. You guys just hit it on the head. You know, everything. You know, we the people and Rob from Glenhead, me and Ted. I learned everything I know from Ted, to be honest with you. If I lose to him, I won't mind. And Bobby Ted's coming for you. If he beats me, he's taking you down. There will be no Bobby Midnight, Mikey Midnight matchup. Ted or I are going to take down Bobby Midnight, baby. You heard it here.
Wow. So you believe that whoever wins, whether it's you or the pot stirrer czar himself, you guys are taking down Midnight in the round of 32.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to campaign for it, baby. If it's Ted, I'm going to campaign hard. And I love Bobby. No one has a chance versus Mikey. I don't care what happens. No one's going to beat Mikey in this tournament. Maybe in the Final Four, maybe I should say that. But, like, there's no way anyone's getting past Mikey. So you might as well vote for me to take on Mikey and get my ass kicked if I had to bet. Me and my kids had so much fun recording that. We just couldn't keep a straight face for so long. My daughter's like, oh, let's just make believe we're losing the house if you don't get in. I'm like, oh, it's perfect. Thank you. We had like a good 15, 20 minutes of just laughter on our end, dude.
The video is great. Your family's awesome. I when you sent me that a couple days ago, it was so hard for me to not share that with the committee people because I wanted them to be surprised like I was when you sent me that, which was amazing.
Let me say I'm doing a little sausage and peppers here. Let me go do that. Great show, Jake. I love you, dude. Take care, guys.
JQuest, you're the man. Oh, what a great call. All right, let's keep rapid firing through people in our tournament here. We got some heavy hitters in the line as well, some top seeds that we're going to get to. We'll save the best for last. Let's say hello to Johnny Boy, who's in our tournament. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, what up, Jake? How you holding up, man?
I'm good, Johnny. Let's see where you are. I know you're in. You're taking on Jason in Jerusalem in the 8-9 matchup in the Chicken Soup region.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a tough one, but I mean, going against Charles, I think that's the like you said, a little like a buzzsaw coming on there. But I got to represent for the guys too, though, man. I got to represent for Addison. I got to represent for Jay. I got to represent for Clancy as well. You know, so I got you, boys. I'm in here. I'm gonna rep as hard as I can and all that. I mean, look, I'm an old school cat, right? None of the ASMANIACS called in from the delivery room when I was having my kid.
Great point.
Not only once, but twice too. I mean, you guys were one of the first ones to see Gio when he was born, and then baby Addison as well. And to let you guys know, man, I'm here ready. Hey, first and foremost, man, shout out to the committee. Like all the work that they've done to be able to put all this stuff together. I appreciate you guys a lot. And Jake, I mean, real talk, you're the reason why this is all being done, man. So you've brought a lot of individuals together and whatnot. But again, I'm here. Just let you guys know I'm back, baby. I got to take this dub from Jason. Jason, I know you're in Jerusalem, but I'm in the States, baby. Let's go. I'm one of the only cats rocking the merch right now, too. So let you guys know what's the deal.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And the other thing, too, is, yo, Purple Belt Mike, I saw what you said about wrestling, bro. That's real life stuff, man. All right? Because if you're jumping off 30 feet ladders and you telling me that's not going to hurt, what we talking about? All right? Hey, big shout out to everybody. An underrated match that I think is the Hamburger versus Scott. Scott, that cat with the ducks and his whole defense that he has. of ducks. Hey, y'all better watch out, man.
Where
Hey,
is
Jake.
Scott? That's because that is a great matchup. You're right. That is. Let me try to find that. I don't even know where. Oh yeah. Scott being a 10 is insane if you think about it, because the summer was a big Scott summer, but he really hasn't called since the summer at all.
It's true. It's true. He's been busy building up that I guess that restaurant that he wants to invite you to, if you remember from a while back.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
he's in the butter region. You got Scott Hamburger right here, the 710.
that's a tough. That butter region is that's the region of death, man. That's a tough one. There's a lot of heavy hitters on there, man. That Craig and Sarah one as well. Let's go. But shout out to my man Snowball too. Snowball's in here. You know, he's over there sipping Mai Tais right now, relaxing on the beach somewhere. He'll be back as well. But hey, Jake, keep killing it, brother. I look forward to this. First and foremost, I'm honored as the first time as Maniac March Madness bracket to ever be put on there. So this is truly awesome. And hey, man, Johnny Boy's here to take down Jason. If you're going to do your bracket, remember, man, JB, the love muscle. He knows how to work it.
Johnny Boy, great call, man. Love it. Appreciate your support as always, man. That's awesome. All right, he brought up Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad that I have the honor and the privilege to bring on one of the all-time greats. I'm going to bring him on, though, by first playing this.
What's going down, dude? I'm at a park right now, and I'm pumping out food. A lot better than Chipotle. Bar food stuff, bar food, and wing dingers and stuff like that. We're getting pounded. We don't have a dishwasher yet, so we're doing dishes. You know, what are we banging on Joe D today, or what's the scoop? I want to ask people if there are any Jet fans out here. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Maybe we have a Jet fan. Hey, come back here. Are you a Jet fan? You are? Affleck? And maybe you are. I guess not. Probably not.
Nice hair, Jackass.
This is Jet Talk here.
Jets are trash, pink eyes. Bobby!
I really don't give a crap, you cartoon character.
Speaking of crap, I got food poisoning from those wing dingers.
Bobby made my day. My man, Bobby Midnight. God bless him. That was awesome.
Scott joins us now. Scott, you're in the tournament. Welcome aboard and welcome back.
Hey, what's up, man? Great show as always. You're the like Johnny Boy said, you're the reason why we're here. That's it. Yeah, I drew the burger.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling better. I'm doing all right. Physically, I'm doing fine, I guess. But tremendous matchup, tremendous tournament. With all the characters and the seedings and whatnot.
Now, you realize, Scott, I think you'd be a lot higher than a 10 seed if you called a lot more during the actual Jet season this year.
Yeah, well, obviously there's been a reason for that, or I've been here, or I would have been.
We miss you, Scott. I want you to know that. We miss you.
Well, thank you. I miss you. I miss all you guys. That's why we come here. The percents, it's you make it happen. Whether we like to come here all the time. It's because of you and what you're doing, and Boom and Gator and Nick and all the other characters that we pull together. And you taking the time to do it every day, twice a day. You don't really care. Love it. Awesome. Great job. Continue it. You deserve whatever goes your way.
Thank you, Scott. Well, I'll tell you what, the hair looks incredible. I mean, I feel like you're tournament ready with that hair. You got the beard now going too.
Yeah, we're growing the beard, getting lean. You can see it in the face.
I see. I'm going to zoom in, Scott. I want everyone to really appreciate the greatness that's on their screen.
No, this is what there it is, fellas.
There she is.
So
Scott,
anyway.
in all its glory.
Yeah, thank you. It's darling, isn't it? It's a focal point with going out and seeing other humans. But I got to tell you something. Hamburger, this is not, it's like The Godfather. This isn't personal, dude. It's business. You're a tough customer. You're the first round. I'm not overlooking you, homeboy, Mr. Burger. We got some things planned for you up here. Just remember that. And Gary, I like you, dude, but that carnivorous diet won't work against me, dude. You know
Wow.
that.
Wow.
You
Gary
better.
versus Scott in the round of 32. Scott's already calling out Gary.
No. I said burger, and I said, listen, hamburger, you're an oxymoron at best. Your best friend, your cousin hot dog, is in a coffin, some kind of roller bun. You're in a bun. He's in a roll. That makes no sense. You call yourself a burger, but it's ham, which is pig, but it's a burger and you're beef. So, cholesterol, fattening foods, no, can't have it.
Nope. Can't do it.
No, can't do it. This is an ASMANIAC tournament. This is not, some March Madness bracketology and all that garbage. Now, who cares about that? This is where it's at. I mean, you guys, this is continents fighting each other, men versus women, queens versus kings. Whew, look out.
Scott, I'm glad you called in tonight. It's been a while, but you had to be a part of this tournament, and I think with this call, get ready for a deep tournament run potentially. Who knows?
Yeah, I'll take midnight hour. I don't care. It's 11:30. Hoodoo, Voodoo, Mikey. You guys are great. Doesn't matter. But hamburger, I've already started the war with you, brother. You're a pig. You're cholesterol. You're greasy, and you're beef. That doesn't make any sense. That's an oxymoron. You gotta go. You're gone. Gary, I'm looking for you too, homeboy. And whoever comes out of Australia, I don't care what kind of venom you got down there. This is New York, brother. So the beard of wisdom is here. The fiber optics of the NFL knowledge, jet knowledge. Hey, and the winner of this tournament gets two things really quick. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. One, no matter what, whoever wins is the starting quarterback for the Jets. I mentioned that in the chat room. Regardless, I don't care who we bring in. The winner gets to be the Jets starting quarterback this year.
Okay.
Secondly, we get to burn Cole's shirt on air.
That one's more realistic than the first one, but I'll see what I can do.
All right, Cole Thompson, his shirt's gone too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott.
Scott calling in. Whoa, what's the matter? What the hell is that?
Oh, we're so back if Scott's calling it. We are so back. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Rick Kent is up next. What's up, Rick?
Hey, Jake. How's it going?
Rick, what's up, man?
I have to tell you, I was beyond shocked that I was included in this field.
Of course you're included.
I just don't call in often enough. There are so many great callers that were left off the list. I feel terrible for them. There are a lot of grudge matches out there, and I have a lot of upsets on my thing. I just want to tell you my final four that I have.
Sure, let's hear it.
I have Charles versus David T, and then Mikey versus Lane in the final four.
Wow. David T was a tough one for me when I was going through it. I'll reveal my final four when I finalize it, but I could see David going as far as you have them. I could see maybe Neil winning in that head-to-head, and I think it might be in the Sweet 16 they'd meet. It's tough.
I have David T in the final versus Mikey. And
wow.
I have Mikey taking the whole thing. Those are my picks. But see the committee did an amazing job. They really know. They put me against who is really my arch enemy here, which is Robert C. A lot of people don't know, but whatever I say in the chat, Robert C. immediately challenges me. He's constantly challenging me and pushing me constantly. And he's wrong about 99% of the time. I'm very shocked that of course, Gators inexplicable bias against me is showing again when he called my matchup against Robert C. a toss-up, a coin toss, because you're putting me against a guy who A, doesn't know the words to the national anthem, and B, doesn't have enough of an internet connection to even challenge me on a phone call. He's going down, and he's going down hard. That's what I have to say. Unfortunately, once I demolish Robert C. and his awful haircut, I have a good haircut. He looks like he combs his hair with an egg beater. I have to face Lane after that, which is not good. Not good for me. Good for everybody. Lane is the greatest, but I can't beat him. But
Wow.
Robert, see a coin flip. You got to be kidding me. That's
Ladies
ridiculous.
and gentlemen, joining us on the line to potentially respond to the trash talk is Robert C.
Right, Robert, how you doing?
Hi, it's Robert C.
Is it Robert C?
Yes, it is. I mean, and I think this is just about one of the worst matchup I could get here. Because, I mean, I feel doomed to lose.
Oh, Robert, don't say that. You
My
always
final
challenge
four
me.
is Philly. My final four is Chiefs fan, Philly Noodles. I forgot the other two. Oh God, I wish I
Coin flip, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, I Philly Noodles winning it.
You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Philly Noodles, I have the win.
Okay.
Yeah. If they could, I had Craig from Australia in the final four. I'm missing one. I know Chiefs fan, Philly Noodles, Craig from Australia, and I got the last one. I had
Where do you get your internet from?
Craig's in the Elite Eight though. And Philly Noodles beats her in the Elite Eight. I don't have it in front of me.
Robert, can you comb your hair when we face off against each other?
I sure could. I might have a haircut by then.
I got my hair cut yesterday, so I know it's unfair to compare my hair to yours.
You probably get it every week. I get cut every week, don't you?
No, every 4 weeks, not every week.
And it was just yesterday. So you don't have to cut that.
I am so excited for that matchup now. Holy hell. What a job by Rick Kent and Robert C. there. That was, oh my God. That was scintillating. Shout out to Rick. Shout out to Robert C. Wow. Rick Kent, nicest guy in the chat until he has to take the gloves off. He's ready to go. Big fella, super chats. Jake, this is amazing. Thank you to the committee. Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella's next. What's up, big fella?
Hey, man. This is great, man. These matchups are amazing. The committee did a hell of a job with all this, you know?
It's incredible. There's so many storylines in these matchups. It's insane.
And the storylines go from not just your show, but from other shows as well.
Yeah.
So it's like they called Ted the pot stirrer. They stirred the shit out of this pot, man.
Oh, we all got our degrees from Ted U before we sat down and did this.
Exactly. It's wild, man. My matchup with Paul hasn't called in a while. I like Paul. I like his calls. He's a good caller. So
he called in like a week or 2 weeks ago. That was the last time. But Paul would be a lot higher than a 13 if he called more.
Yeah,
you're consistent, so you're certainly deserving of the 4C. I'll put it up on the screen here. But that's an interesting matchup, man, because Paul is very entertaining. But you know, I think you're gonna get through, big fella. But that's up for the chat to decide.
It's up to the chat, man. I'm just happy that I'm in it. You know, I mean, it's really this is a lot of fun. This is a hell of a lot of fun to do, especially when there's not really much going on. We got the combine next week, but this is something. And to all the people that are in there, it's all well deserved. You guys are awesome. So
I love it, big fella. By the way, I mean, if you do go on a run, I mean, you might get the full Charles Gorman experience, who you met not that long ago.
It's funny because if I get that far with Charles, which I don't know if I will, but if I do, it's funny because when I first met Charles, he was doing that Superman show. And I told him that Batman was better than Superman, and he banned me from his show. So it's like I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be a hell of a time. Let's just say that.
I love it. Well, big fella, thank you for what you bring to the show. You're a well-deserved 4 seed here, and I can't wait to see how you do.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella. Check it in. Excellent. More of your calls here. Can we get to as many as possible? We got a legend on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, he made the tournament. He super chatted us that he was shocked that he even got in. I'm not. Dark Knight Steve is next. What's up, Steve?
What's up, everybody? What's up? Let me tell you, some great news. I had some motivation to get my recovery on because I gonna try to get to a Jets home game, see y'all in September, hit the Mets around the same time. And that was my motivation. Then I heard I made the tournament. So I'm motivated even more. I'm out hitting the street right now, just getting it on, trying to give my best performance for the ASMANIACs. I know it's a Cinderella story. If a Dodge lifted pickup truck can't keep me down, Ricky NY is not going to keep me down. Cinderella story for all the underdogs out there. Let me tell you, I'm very conflicted. Ricky NY is a good dude. I love the guy. We got that Florida State connection. He's somebody I look up to. He's always got good merch. He's always got some crazy merch. He's got great rocker hair. I mean, he's got it going on. He's a legend, and I'm honored to go up against him. But I'm going to give him everything I got. I'm out here. I'm climbing the steps. I'm getting the payment going. I was motivated. I saw my boy Rick Kent on there too. And just keeping me motivated, just seeing all the good friends and faces on here. I'm motivated, and I think it's going to be a great matchup. And if nothing else, I hope to give all the ASMANIACs there a good showing and a little entertainment.
I love it. Well, Steve, you look great. You sound great. That's awesome news. And I'm excited for you, man. I mean, you're a well-deserved member of this community in this tournament. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Ricky's a great caller. You said it best. That is a great first-round matchup.
Yeah, super respected. Want to thank the committee. You want to thank all the ASMANIACs there. Thank you, Jake. Great community. I love you guys. You all picked me up more than you'll ever know. And as soon as I see you all up there at MetLife or one of the meetups, I'm gonna buy you a drink. So thanks again. And we'll see you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Dark Knight Steve. Just incredible to see him moving around. For those who've been following the show, obviously his family was involved in a hit-and-run accident. I think it was Christmas Eve, and his family's still recovering from that. It's just horrible situation. A bunch of you raised money to GoFundMe that Steve's family set up. So great to see Steve moving. I mean, that's incredible. Awesome, awesome call. This has been maybe my favorite show we've ever done. This is just amazing. I don't want it to end. We got so many people still on the line. Like Philly Noodles, who's next. Hello, Philly. Congrats on making
what's
the
good,
tournament.
man? Thank you. Number 7. Thank you, committee. Thank you, everybody. Jake, we had our recent beef, but it was for the best of reasons, obviously. We got me to a 7th place seeding. I'd like to thank the committee for sure. Listen, Dark Knight Steve walking is significantly amazing. First off, shout out to him. My fiance just went, wait, wasn't that the guy with the accident? I said, yes. Like, I can't believe he's doing his thing. That's funny. I have to take on a guy who lives off a sofa couch. So we are a man walking versus a man sitting all the time. So I'm ready. Everybody, I want to thank you for allowing my hatred to Aaron Rodgers to portray through the show and through my seating. It's not pure hatred. We wanted him to do his thing, but we got to keep it moving. Here's to Moogie just dropping his nuts on the draft coming up. Everybody should be excited. The seating is dope. Listen, underrated seating. I think people got to be afraid for the whole entire bracket. If I fill out a bracket, I might just do it. But I think King Losi, what are we talking about? Charles Gorman is in Gorman soup without Losi, screaming he wants that soup. You know, that soup. He wanted that recipe. I think Loski's underrated. I might put my money all on Losi, bro. And
interesting.
It's hilarious that dude said he thought I would win. I don't even have myself leaving my bracket. Robert C. I was in tears almost, bro. He kept repeating my name. I'm like, dude, stop it. Like, this is not a good omen, bro.
Robert C. forgetting his Final Four was pretty incredible.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not getting out of that bracket, guy. Like, with all due respect to myself.
Look, King Losi against Genergy is a great first-round matchup.
I think dude, him versus Gorman would be, to me, that's a matchup, dude.
Or how about the potential for King Losi versus Beastbreaker in the Sweet 16? Who could scream over the other person?
Who's louder? I'm telling you, Losi, that bracket is pretty top heavy right there for sure. Yeah. So everybody, I know I was burning things through the season. I had my, I was doing things. The antics don't stop. I want to get out of the first round. So we don't know what I'm going to do, but I got time to prepare. And I'm doing something wild. It's going to be something fun. It's going to be wild. I need to make it epic. Make it epic. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, Philly. Hey, you're in the dance, man. You got to get in to have a chance. You're in. So good luck.
Maybe I'll drop some pasta on top of my head. You know what I mean? For making a tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah.
Philly Noodles. He's in the dance, baby. He is in the dance. Wow. What a tournament this is going to be. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. We're almost 2 hours in. We have said nothing about the Jets. This is strictly callers who call in about to a Jet show. That doesn't tell you how amazing this community is. My God. Uno Super Chats. Are you going to test contestants on the Jets' history to determine the winner? No, it's up for the people in the chat to vote. Hey, if you're tuning in, I'm posting the bracket link again. Go fill out your brackets. All right. Bookmark this. Get your picks in by March 1st. After each show, I'll update who officially won, so you'll see the scoring update in real time. It's like doing an ESPN March Madness pool, just with Asmaniacs. Purple Belt Mike, me and the big fella are going against people no one ever heard of. Hey, I think people have heard of Paul. Let's see what you're doing there, Mike. Talking that trash. This guy's going to talk a lot of trash in his matchup. Indy Jets is up next. What's up, Indy?
Jake, this is definitely by far your best show in the history of Jake Asman.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. You know, and I was sitting there. I actually forgot about it. And I was on the Jake Asman merch store. I'm getting ready to order a bunch of merch that I'm going to take.
Thank you, man. Use the promo code that you get with Patreon to save some money.
Okay. Well, and I'm taking a bunch of it to the Philippines, you know, and I'm going to be hanging some of your stuff up in the bar there. And so, you know, we're gonna get some Asmaniacs in the Philippines for you.
I love that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, you know, and here I want to say I appreciate you guys. I thought I was going to be a 6 or 7 seed in the NIT. So how I even made this bracket is beyond me.
I love it. Well, you got a great first round matchup, man. 2 OG Jet fans going at it. You versus Neil.
Well, you know, and the only way I have a chance is because Neil and Gary share one brain cell on who's going to give the worst takes. So it depends on the day. If Gary's holding the brain cell, I think I've got a chance. So if Neil's got it that day, the floor is going to be just mopped with me. I have no chance.
That's it is a great matchup. I'm excited, man, because I think Indy, if you called more, I think you'd be a higher seed. To be honest, I think you're a great caller.
Well, you know, I there was about a 2 month, not quite 2 months, but I had a mild stroke around New Year's, so I was off for quite a while, and so I didn't get. I'm getting back to about 90% now. So you know that's why you see me in here more now. There was about 4 or 5 weeks where I wasn't even on YouTube at all. So, but now you know you hook me up with Neil and you know there's just I'm hoping that maybe Gary's got the brain cell that day and I've got a chance.
I mean, I'll tell you what, I could see you surprising people. People like Neil, but Neil's polarizing because Neil's the Jets are going 17-0. A lot of people probably haven't forgotten that.
Every year. I mean, you know, every year the Jets are going 17-0, you know, and like I said, I don't know who's worse between Neil or Gary. If there was a number 1 seed on who could actually give the worst takes of the New York Jets, those two would battle it out, and that would be it. But
where's Gary in this? I don't think I was hoping there'd be a scenario where maybe you and Gary would match up, but Gary's on the complete other side. So you don't have to worry about him.
No, yeah. So you might as well hit me with the guy right off the bat, and you know, we'll see what happens. But no, great show, Jake. I think this is one of the, you know, we haven't talked to New York Jets anything in 2 hours, and still one of the greatest shows you've had. So I appreciate you.
Andy, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny. I saw some comments from people like, who even cares about this? Like, great. If you don't, that's fine. If you tune in for the Jet stuff, fine. There's a lot of great Jet channels out there. I subscribe to all of them. I'm friends with all the guys that do Jet channels. I think what separates this channel from maybe some of the other ones is the community. That's what this is. I think I know who I got to go to next. He was just getting destroyed by Indy during that call. He happens to also be a 2 seed in this tournament, and where to slot him was the most difficult debate amongst the high seeds by the committee. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the leader of the Bauer boys himself, Gary.
Plants are trying to kill me, so I think I'll eat a stick of butter.
You're in the tournament, Gary, a 2 seed. How are we feeling?
Good. So a couple of things. I'm grateful for the 2 seed. Thank you to the committee. I think you're very fair to me. The other thing is, you did me no favors. That bracket I have to go through is murderer's row. But
it really is.
It really is. Like, I gotta, like, Alan in the Sweet 16, if I get through the hamburger, who is like who's my biggest rival. And then I gotta start with South Ass. But so me and Alan in the same bracket. I get it. It's fun. If we both get that far, it's fun. But shouldn't the heels be in different brackets, or is this what they want?
You know what? The committee's job was to try and put together the best field of 64, and this is what they came out with.
It did a great job. I filled out my bracket. I only have one seed in the final 4, and that was Lane. So that means they did a great
Gorman
job.
going down?
Yeah, Gorman is chicken soup. That's King Losi in that.
King Losi is in that region. Yep.
Yeah, I had King Losi. I had Neil. I have Lane Train, and of course myself.
I love it. I like the confidence in yourself. Some of the other 1 seeds were too humble to say, or 2 seeds too humble to say.
No, I picked myself. I picked myself to win the whole thing.
That's why you're Gary.
And yeah, and 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 9 says, and he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. So whatever weaknesses I have, he'll just lift me up. His strength is perfected in my weaknesses. I'm not look, it's South Ass. I'm not looking at Hamburger. I'm not looking at Allen. I'm not looking at any of those guys. Week 1 is South Ass.
No, how does this matchup compare to previous matchups you've had when you were preparing for fights in your career?
You don't look past that. I'm not looking at Hamburger, right? Like that matchup will be fun, but we both have to win to get there. So I'm just looking at South Ass. I could beat South Ass. I'll bring my best, and I'll beat South Ass. And if Hamburger wins, Hamburger wins. But right now, I'm not worried about Hamburger. I'm not worried about Allen. Bobby's at the top of the bracket. Sarah is in the bracket. Craig, it's a hell of a bracket, man. It is a hell of a bracket.
Look,
this one
each region's tough. Each region's tough.
Hood.
Yeah, the hood.
The top.
Yep. I think the hood was the toughest region. Butter's right there too.
The Hamburger is a 7 seed. A 7.
Yeah, Scott being a 10 is tough too, because Scott, that last call reminded a lot of people who Scott is. Look, I'll tell you what, if you come out of this region, Gary, you've earned it.
Whoever comes out of this region, with Craig and Sarah in the first round, that's a hell of a matchup.
Who you got?
I took Sarah.
Really?
Not that I think she's a better caller. I think she's better to look at. I think that's going to sway the vote.
Come on. Now, a lot of people are saying, Gary, bring in Decker to assist or your natty. Will you consider those tactics on days that you're competing to try and advance?
I may have to do that. I may have to do that.
Like if you get Decker, now Decker, I want you to know not me as in we, but we the committee, like a big debate was, what do you do with Decker? The problem was she's only called in once individually, and it's always with you. So it was just tough to find a spot for Decker, because if you made her a 16, she might upset a 1. So it was really tough to figure out what to do with Decker. So that's why Decker didn't make the tournament. But I promise you, if she does call more on her own this upcoming year, she'll be in next year.
I haven't told her yet. I'm going to try to keep it from her, and hopefully she forgets about the tournament.
Well, just tell her that you guys are a tag team.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Natty in a bikini will solidify a title. It is supposed to be warm now. I'm not going to ask, but
Bonesy says he already signed your natty to assist.
I don't know when my matchup will be, but she's going to be around more. So I don't know. maybe. Yeah, if she called in, she would win probably, or she'd make a run.
She'd be in the tournament. At least the NIT with 1 call.
Did you fill out your bracket yet? Who do you got in your final 4?
I have filled out my bracket, but I don't want to reveal it just yet. I'm still going through it.
So, okay, you can edit it. So my question is, am I picking who I want to win or who I think is going to win? What am I doing here?
Well, if you're trying to win the prizes, right, and have the most points, you have to vote. You have to vote based on how you think that the majority of the listeners who tune into the show how they're gonna vote. That's really it. Like, I have my like personal things, but I'm gonna vote the way I think it's gonna go. Because I'm trying to win. You know, that would be my mentality. Obviously, if I win, I'm not gonna take the prizes for myself. But you get the point. Like, if you're trying to score the most points, you gotta think the way the audience would vote.
It's tough. Like, I got Losi going to the Final Four. His toughest matchup may very well be the first round. He may lose in the first round, and then my whole bracket is busted. He could easily lose to Genergy, like easily. Like that, I think that is.
If Genergy calls in the day that she's going, Genergy is a member of the 4%. It's gonna be tough. She's great.
I'm a happily married man, but she's like low key very attractive. By the way, like if she calls in person that day, she's gonna get some. She's gonna get some male votes for sure.
Calm your freaky down.
I don't have a freak. I'm just saying, right? Like, God gave me eyes. I'm just saying she could easily win that matchup.
I'll tell you what, it is funny that I'm playing that drop as she's facing King Losi. I mean, that's
a tough matchup. Like, that is a really tough. If he gets through that,
I could see Losi getting to the Final Four. Now it's going to be interesting though, because if Losi survives the 314, Losi versus Beastbreaker in a matchup of who's the loudest could break eardrums for people.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. But then, like, Aurora and Tim from Fishland, that's a 50-50 matchup. That's a 6-11. That's a 50-50 matchup.
Yeah, I mean, look, that is a really tough matchup.
Yeah. I took Aurora, but I don't know. People like Tim from Fishland. June the GM is a 13 seed. That's rough.
He hasn't been calling that long.
Yeah, but it's still going to be tough to beat. He's a good caller.
What do you think of the Cheats fan debate?
To me, he's a 1. I got him losing. This is if he gets through this, he's got to get through the 2 Dons of the family, Peter Castro and Neil.
2 Dons.
The 2 Dons. Like, they're not going to be easy. Like, if he gets that, he earned it. Like that.
What about David T? David T being the 2 in that region, he's going to do damage.
I got him getting upset in my bracket. I have him getting upset by PBM.
You think PBM is getting to the Sweet 16?
Wow.
Wow.
PBM's a good caller.
No, he's a very good caller, but that David T is, he's beloved.
I got, Leany and Luppy is a brutal matchup. Yeah, and then in the second round, I had PBM and David T. You got to pick an upset. It never goes all chalk. You're not going to get 4 1 seeds. You're not going to have, all the top 4 seeds in the Sweet 16.
No, I don't think it's going to be chalk. I agree with you. I think there's one guy that is going to steamroll people. I think people can figure out where I'm leaning with that, but you don't even actually.
Castro versus Nate in the second round. I don't know. Like, good luck on that one.
Nate is like one of the youth callers in the bracket because you got a lot of OGs here. Nate's a very good caller. I could see Nate winning.
He's
that
an
one.
excellent caller, but so is Peter Castro.
I know.
Good luck. That's 50-50.
That's what we want, though. I mean, we want great matchups. It's ASMANIAC Madness for a reason.
In the bottom half of that bracket, he got Neil. Like, who would win a Neil or Peter Castro potential matchup? If that's
what I hope we see, because that'd be incredible. I mean, Robert C, Rick Kent, that trash talk. That's an 8-9. Like, that's a great 8-9.
It's a good matchup. Yeah, I think that's harsh ranking for Rick Kent. Like, that's a rough matchup.
You know what? Rick Kent was surprised he even made the tournament. The problem with Rick Kent is not his fault. He's on the West Coast, so he can't call as much because when I do my first show during the week, it's 7 a.m. out there.
He's in. And, I mean, it's a tough matchup. He got it tough. And then, he's got it rough. That's going to be rough for him to come out.
What do you think of V-Man? I feel like V-Man literally, we know he loves to sleep.
He's literally sleeping.
He's actually a sleeper. He's a 2 seed, but no one's hyping up V-Man as someone who could go on a run.
That's an interesting matchup. That's a political matchup right there. That's interesting. That's
2 opposite ends of the political space.
Yeah, they did a good job on these matchups. Like, look, V-Man's a 2, Charlie the Dog Groomer is a 15. To put them together, the committee did one hell of a job.
They're both weird.
I hope they both call in that day.
Yeah. Chef Kevin Snowball too, by the way.
Right, that's the last matchup of the first round.
That is, yeah. I was just showing you the bracket here because everyone wanted your take on things.
I got myself winning the whole thing.
You think you're going to beat Mikey Midnight though?
I think I had Mikey losing to Bobby, right? Mikey would have played Bobby at some point before that.
In the Sweet 16. Yeah, in my bracket, I have Mikey Midnight versus you in the Elite 8.
Okay. I took
in my initial
so you have
bracket.
Mikey beating Bobby, obviously.
Yeah, I think Mikey's going to upset his brother. I could see it.
I took Bobby in that matchup. Really? Okay. I mean,
have you seen Mikey's calls lately? I see the way the chat reacts to him.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's got to he would have to go through Dre and Ricky just to get to his brother.
Yeah, and Bobby would have to go through Black Gypsy, who he hates. And then
He'll
either Ted or JQuest, who stir the pot with Bobby all the time.
JQuest is going to be rough because everyone likes JQuest. Ted gets underneath people's skin. He'll beat Ted. But I don't know. Maybe Ted could beat JQuest. I don't know. I got Bobby going to the Elite 8. The Butter region is tough.
Who are you playing in the championship in your bracket?
I beat Lane in the final 4 and then Neil.
You versus Neil in the final. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd sign for that matchup right now.
I got Neil versus Losi in the other semifinal. That was a tough one.
I think Gorman's getting to the final 4. I know it's a tough region. Loski's great. You know, I think Charles Gorman's got a shot though.
Yeah, but if you go all chalk,
I'm not going all chalk.
Win.
I don't have all chalk.
You got to call some upsets to differentiate your bracket. Losi can win. Everyone loves Losi. Loski's calls are great.
He definitely can win, but have you seen Charles Gorman call into this show of late?
It's going to be tough. He's got some weird moments that people may flip on him. Loski's never really had a bad call. Charles has had the best calls, but he's also had some strange moments. Like really
that helps him.
We'll see. It's going to be tough to beat Losi. People like Losi.
I love
Losi. It's tough to beat.
He's going up against this.
Excuse me.
Potentially,
he's the number one overall seed. He's the number one overall seed for a reason.
Yes,
he's the number one overall seed for a reason.
But also, here's the thing. But you're talking about Losi. How do we know that we don't see Beastbreaker go on a run and he knocks off King Losi?
Losi could get upset in the first round. Like that is I think his toughest matchup comes in the first round. Genergy, people like Genergy. Like Genergy could beat him, and then like if that does, then my bracket's busted.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's gonna be some tournament, Gary. I'm excited.
Genergy can beat a lot of people in this tournament.
Have you thought about what it'd be like if you got matched up against Beast in the championship?
I'll beat Beast. I'll beat Beast, and I'll beat Allen. Like, I would be more worried about JJ as far as the heels go, but Allen is more disliked than me, I feel, so I'll beat him.
I'll tell you what, Gary. You made a lot of salient points tonight. Great job. You're a 2 seed. It was. I want you to know there are people on the committee who felt like you deserved to be a 1. Just know that.
That's I didn't know. I as we got closer, I thought maybe I would get a 2 seed, but I thought I was going to be like more of a 3 or a 4 seed. But as we get, people were talking me up, and people in the chat wanted me to be a 1 seed. So I was surprised, pleasantly surprised, but not shocked that I got a 2 seed. Now it's just gotta get South. Gotta be South.
Nate with a super chat. I got JQuest humping Bobby out in the second round. Bobby's knocked down. JQuest video today. Got Mikey Midnight in the final 4. Gorman over Lane in the finals. Great take. Interesting take.
Gorman over Lane. Yeah. Lane, I think Lane's got the clearest path to the final 4.
Does he?
I think so. I mean, look, anyone can get upset, but if he said if I had to bet on one of those, any of the ones making the final 4, it's Lane.
I mean, Bonesy's in that region. You got
Bonesy. That's a tough one.
Can I tell you, whoever Rick Kent versus Lane Train or Lane Train versus Robert C is a second round matchup. You want an upset that could happen early for a 1 seed. I can see Robert C taking down Lane Train. Robert C calls in like he just woke up, like he just 3 minutes before the call and doesn't know the words to the national anthem. He could knock out Lane Train.
I can't see Lane Train. It's going to be hard to beat Lane Train.
It is. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Noble. Good luck beating him.
No, look. This is literally what I'm drinking my coffee out of right now. All right, I love Lane. I'm just saying, like, I think there's going to be some upsets in this tournament. I agree with you.
If I wasn't voting for myself, I would have picked Lane Train, but Lane Train would have to beat me in the semifinals. and I believe in myself, so I picked myself.
I believe in you, Gary.
I appreciate you. See, Rex Ryan, coach thinks I should have been a 1 seed.
Sexy Rexy?
Coach thinks that, yeah.
Love it.
All
Love
right.
it.
I got to run, Jake. Appreciate you.
Gary, don't tell Decker. All right, just tell her you're on the same team.
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is Gary 3D Boxing, and he's in as Maniac Madness.
Knockouts don't matter if you land enough jabs.
Folks, you all have been wondering, where's the Beast? What's his reaction? We're 2 hours and 15 minutes in. We haven't heard from him. Well, I have something I want to play first before I bring on Mr. Beastbreaker. If you missed yesterday's show, we all got a great workout in, courtesy of the Beast himself.
You know what time it is?
Yeah.
Come on, everybody. Let's do some more rowers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move that body up that floor. Right, left. Let's go. Come on. Pick that up. Let's get some arms going. Get the stretches going. Come on. 9, 10. Come on, baby. Yeah, you can move your body. Come on, everybody. Get up and do some exercise. Let's go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I feel great. Come on, let's get some of that up there. What are you laughing at, B-Man? Pick those arms up, kid. Come on, what are you, whipper, man? I'll give you that first, son.
Oh, shit, that wasn't B-Mac. That was Kev.
Let's get funky like a monkey. Come on, girls, you guys can do this. 6.
Really?
Let's see if you guys can do it. Come on, pick it up. This muscle helps shaking the muscles.
I'm feeling the burn. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, now the other side. Come on. Man, I feel good.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
I'm eating.
Beast, you can't out-exercise a bad diet, bro.
You have to look good. You gotta be lean. You gotta be mean.
You gotta have some weights in there.
You wanna be scary, don't you?
No, right?
It's doing the air.
Have this. Have this. Next caller, let's go. Let's get Bobby Midnight in here. Let's bring him in here. Hey, yo, let's move and groove. Let's move and groove, shall we? Move your ass. Let's go. 1.
Get your movement. Get your ass up. Get your
Great job, Beast. Way to inspire people to get healthy on a Saturday.
I mean, that's the Beast right there. Ladies and gentlemen, fresh off of being named a 2 seed in ASMANIAC Madness, we say hello to Beastbreaker. Beast, congratulations.
You know what I'm doing right now? Just warm up a little dark side.
How are we feeling about your seating, Beast?
Here we go. Here comes the dark. Here it comes.
Hey, Beast, I don't know how to break this news to you, Beast. Beast, I need you to sit down for a second. I got some news that might make you upset, and I don't want you to be upset. You are a 2 seed. You're taking on Briga. But ultimately, I'm a capitalist. And $50 was just paid to send your ass to the hole. Now look what you've done. Beastbreaker 666. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to cut your call off and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. Do you understand me? You catch my drift?
Are you seriously on crack? I think
Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
How about you bending over and taking up the booty hole behind the 7-Eleven?
Even on a night we're celebrating Asmaniacs everywhere, someone had to pay a bounty to send Beast to the hole. Charlie says Beast to the hole and Little V's is mid AF. Little V's is not mid, but thank you for the super chat. That is also 10 raffle entries with that $50 super chat for the signed Sauce jersey, signed Mangle jersey, signed Jermaine Johnson jersey, signed Sanchez helmet, signed Klecko helmet. Next week's raffle will be coming up this week when I'm live at the Combine starting tomorrow. All right. Beastbreaker, you're in the hole for now, but someone will pay bounty. Since it's a night of celebration, 5 memberships will save the day for Beast. $25 super chat. 2-seeded Beast against Dave Briga. You kidding me? Dave Briga, who hates Beast as much as anyone? Wow. I mean, that's just cold to shun Beast on Selection Sunday like that. Come on. It's all right. ISU says, Dave Briga, the one-punch KO. Chris says that's too easy for Beast. TB says, can Beast get bountied on shows when he's competing? That'd be unfair. He cannot be. It's a great point, TB. You can't bounty Beast to the hole when it's his day on the show, when he's in the matchup. That'd be unfair. And I'm saying this as someone who loves money, needs it to do what I do. And I'm saying, no, we won't. We have integrity on this show. All right? I might be a capplefish, to quote Bobby Midnight, but we have standards around here. All right, Cater says, bad early sign for Beast chances. You know, Beast took a different approach. He hold on. Cincy Matt writes in that he sent in a $50 super chat before the show started. And Matt, I'll tell you what, I can confirm that you did. Because there was an amount that didn't add up. I thought it was a YouTube glitch. So you know what, Cincy Matt? Beast, guess what? You're free. Because Cincy Matt did send in a super chat before the show that never registered. And we were emailing back and forth trying to figure out what happened. So I'll tell you what. Beastbreaker's a free man. And Beast, I need your reaction to being a 2-seed and your trash talk against Dave Briga.
You know what time it is? A Beastbreaker 666. I'm gonna take my fist and shove it up your ass, and then he gotta go.
You're back, Beast.
I will get you, Dave Briga, and when I do, your soul is mine. And when I send you to the grave, Paul Bear and I will send you on a one-way ticket straight to hell. Rest in peace. That's a warning to you, Briga. Your nightmares are gonna be deadly. I'm coming for your souls, and when I do, I will hang you on your cross, and you will bear to me, the Undertaker. I will take your mind, your body, your soul, and I will crucify you in this tournament. And anybody who dare oppose me will face the annihilation of the apocalyptic warriors, and the nightmares will come your way with no remorse, no regrets, and no stopping the nightmare train, because this is what train you can't stop. Dave Briga, I'm warning you, get in my way and you will die immediately.
Hey, Beast. Beast, assuming you beat Briga, are you nervous against a potential matchup against Barbarossa, Mike D's Nuts, or maybe King Losi in the Sweet 16?
I can see it. He's got no fear, but I will strike fear into his soul, into the soul of the Reaper. His time is coming up. His dark day in hell will be a cold, cold nightmare when he faces the nightmare of the Reaper. His time on Earth is running short. I will take your soul, and don't think I will take you, Dave Briga. I will take your soul, and I will bury you 10 feet deep in your grave.
Hey, Beast, Briga has responded. He says, Fatso, you're a defeated foe.
The only thing, David Briga, you are is a coward, but I have a ministry of warriors. I have a documentary out of my life because I Unlike you, jerk off, I won my way to the top. 5, 4 singles titles, 3 triple crowns, 2 grand slams, soon to be Hall of Famer. I've done my bleeding in war. You will not survive. You will be run over and you will be terminated.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the ones who make the show rock. I'm the king, I'm the Joe.
I think Beast is ready for Dave Briga in round 1. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of two people that don't like each other, how about a 14-3 matchup with a lot of interest? Jets Johnny joins us. He's facing Alan in the opening round. Hello, Jets Johnny.
Jake, my brother, how you doing today, my man?
Oh my God, do you have it in you to take down Alan?
Oh, you already know, man. That's light work, bro. I went as soon as I saw the bracket. First of all, the committee. I'm honored. I'm fucking humbled. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, that's awesome. And then when I saw the matchup, I was like, oh, this is the one that I could probably win. So I'm ready for it. And I'm not gonna let things out of the bag too soon. But we got a couple things up our sleeve. We got to keep it under the bag. But I was looking at the bracket. A lot of great matchups, man. The Hamburger Scott matchup you're showing underrated. I really like if you go to the other side of the bracket. Let me see. I think it's the south side.
Hood region?
Yeah, the hood region. Let's see. Yeah, Yeti. Man, a lot of good matchups in there. Luppy, whole bunch of ones. I'm driving right now, so it's a little hard to focus on that. But yeah, man, I was just excited. I wanted to call in. And like, man, how am I gonna follow this guy? How am I gonna follow that guy after every call today? And so that's what makes this thing amazing, man. And it's gonna be a great tournament. I'm happy to be a part of it. And you already know we're taking down Allen in the first round. So Gary, don't be looking forward to that matchup with Allen because it's not happening, buddy. You're probably gonna be facing one of the Australians. I realize my place in this tournament, and it's to take down this bum, this fraud, this absolute clown, Allen. So I'll see you guys around. I'll try to call in more. I can't really do it too much because I've been working and stuff. But I'm gonna make sure I call in to take down this fraudulent bum, Allen. I love you, Jake. Have a good one, baby.
Johnny, you're the man. Alan already responded. Who is this nobody? Oh, let the games begin, baby. Let the games begin. I think Nate had a great comment that Jets Johnny's going to win because he's not Alan. Let's check in with Nate, who's on the line and is a 5 seed in the tournament. Hello, Nate.
Jake, what's up, man? How's it going?
Congrats on being a number 5 seed, Nate.
So I've been watching the show. I wanted to call in and see how's it going.
It's going well, man. Going well. I mean, let's see. Who do you? I know you're a 5. You have Yeti in the opening round. That is a great 5-12.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I don't really have any points as usual. I'm just a cable guy in Arizona. I just wanted to say, call Jets. Take care. Have a good one, Jake.
Nate impersonating his opponent, Yeti, in the opening round. That was funny. For those who got that joke, that was good. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Beastbreaker showed this guy a little respect when I name dropped him as a potential second round matchup. Barbarossa is up next. Hey, Barbarossa.
Hey, what's going on? Cheers. Happy Selection Sunday. Honored to be in the tournament. Pretty psyched. I would love it. I would love a chance to go against Beastbreaker. We could guitar battle on the show. It would be awesome.
That would be great.
That'd be sick. But I'm really excited. I think me and Mike D's Nuts is a pretty good matchup, and it's a good matchup. We'll see. I got a couple of things up these sleeves here, so we'll see if I could pull off the upset. But I'm looking forward to it.
I like it. I think that's a great match. You guys are two great callers, supporters of the show. That's a great 10-7 right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna go to the wire. It's gonna go to the wire.
Well, I'll tell you what, Barbarossa. If you do match up with the Beast, I'm looking forward to that guitar battle if we get it.
Oh, I'm psyched. I am psyched. I hope the Asmaniacs want that too, because that's gonna be one for the ages. It's gonna be one for the
Amen.
ages. If that matchup happens, it's gonna be an all time Asmaniac battle. Cheers, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Barbarossa. Excellent call. Speaking of excellent callers, the only reason why this guy is a 12 seed is because he stopped calling in once 28 touchdown island stopped being a thing. The man who said Brock Purdy is going to die, Dre, joins us now. Maybe one of the best 12 seeds we have at the tournament. Dre, I can't believe you're a 12, man. If this was 6 months ago, you're a top 5 seed. Unmute your mic. You're on mute.
There we go. Testing 1 2 1 2.
You're good.
All right. Listen, I'm proud to be a 12 seed, and I'm just in here to try and represent. Now, normally in March Madness, there's always one 12 upset of a 5 seed, and I hate if I'm the one to do it because I love Mikey, but Mikey, you got to go down, man. That's it. We're coming for the crown, and I'm going on a Cinderella run. That's what I need. I need the Cinderella run. Flip up on as far as I can take me. But I don't know, the butter kind of tough.
Oh my God. Well, I'll tell you what, Dre. I mean, going up against Mikey is tough. But I'll say this. You got to remind people what made you you. You might need to call in the day you're competing from the office. That might remind people of some glory times.
Yeah, I might have to do that. I'll get an office backdrop or something to make it happen. Because it's like impossible to call from the office now. They got that locked down. And the funny thing is, I'm part of the reason why we lock it down. That's my job. And so like I had to block the StreamYard site from my office. So I'd have to like go to a private room and go in go for my phone like I normally do. And that's going to be a little tough. But I might have a secret weapon and I'll have a setup ready. Pretty soon, I'll have a home setup office. So it'll be the home office, but I'll be calling in much more often and reminding people, bringing them the smooth sounds of my voice. Maybe I'll do some some book reads or some podcasting or something, a little audio book, just to give the people what they want.
I love it. Well, Dre, congrats on making it in, man. Let the games begin.
All right, brother. Thank you very much. Looking forward to competing. It's got a great field, got a lot of tough competitors. Hopefully I come out on top.
Hell yeah. Dre, checking in. Tough matchup, man. Mikey, midnight in the first round. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is in the tournament. I think he'd be a lot higher if he didn't start, if he called a lot more or he started calling a lot more over the course of the year. He's a relatively new caller, and he's great every time. Big Cho is on the line. What's up, Big Cho?
Jay, my man.
What's up, Joe?
I made the tournament.
You're in, man. You're in. You are. I'm trying to find you. You're going up against great matchup. 15 seed. You're in the tournament, and you got a tough opening draw, man. David T.
I know. I saw that. I've been listening to the show since you came on at 5, and everybody's saying he's going to make a run. So that means he's probably going to stomp me.
Hey, not if you have something to do about it.
Nah, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready. All you gotta do is get in. I'm gonna be like Richmond in the late '80s, 15 seed over number 2 seed Syracuse when they had Derek Coleman.
I like it. I mean, look, upsets happen in March. We know that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, we won last night on a tipping at the buzzer.
Wow. That's pretty good, Big Cho. Maybe you could ride that momentum now to an Asmaniac Madness first round win.
That'd be cool, but I appreciate the committee putting me in. I know I'm a late bloomer since I just came on the show in January, but I'm here to stay.
Bravo, Coach Cho. Bravo. Appreciate you. The great Big Cho, everyone. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's one of our youngest callers. If he called in more, he'd be in this tournament, but he might be like Connor Long at this time next year and be ineligible because he's a fellow content creator. Jack Talks Jets is on the line. Hello,
What's going on, Jay?
Jack, what do you think of the field?
Are you talking about the bracket?
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I'm rooting for Mikey. I know he's a relatively new caller, but oh gosh, my hair is so messy. Please ignore that.
You look great.
I don't know. I would love Mikey. I think Bobby's a really good. Bobby's one of my favorites too. But like we said, Mikey's a. I think Mikey. The thing about Mikey for me though, right? He never disappoints in his conversations. He's always talking about something or someone. He's always very funny, and he can keep a great conversation going. You know, I just filled in my bracket. For me, again, Beast Breaker is a strong candidate for me to win this bracket too. And he's you said he's relatively new to calling too within the last year, right?
Beastbreaker only started calling, I want to say, like end of December.
Right, yeah. And he's already growing on a lot of people right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if Beast makes it far. But right now I have Charles going into I think Charles or Beast right now going into my semis, I think.
That's a tough one because you look at that bracket, right? And Beastbreaker in the chicken soup region, if him and Charles were to match up in the Elite Eight, I mean, Gorman would have to get through a couple real heavy hitters on his way. I think the potential of a Beast versus King Losi and who's the loudest matchup might be captivating for the audience.
Yeah. And I agree with you, Jake. I know you said this a couple of hours ago, I think. My favorite first round matchup is the battle between the Aussies in the first round.
Yeah.
We got Craig and Sarah in the first round. I think that's going to be amazing.
Craig and Sarah in the first round. I mean, the butter, the more I think about it, the butter region is almost as stacked as I think.
That's probably my favorite
The hood region. Yeah, it's a great region. It really is.
Especially if we can see Bobby and Mikey in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, I mean, that you talk about a battle of the Titans. I mean, the Midnight Brothers and the Sweet 16. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think this bracket will not disappoint. Hopefully you do this again next year. Who knows? Maybe I can make it someday.
You might be in it, or you might be too big to be in it. I mean, you gotta have a big show by then.
Yeah, you know, it's always a grind right now. 270, but we're getting there. You know, I did a show actually with Connor Long last night. I remember you told me to get on there. I got on there last night. He's a very nice kid. Love talking.
I love it. Now you guys got to become friends. You're both just don't take my jobs in like 10 years. All right.
Got it, Jake.
All right, Jack. Great call, man. And I sent you some merch the other day, so you should get it either this week or shortly thereafter. Great call by Jack. Jack's gonna. I mean, he's probably not gonna be eligible. Let's be real. He's gonna have a huge show by this time next year. Jack, we'll have you on the committee next year. We'll have you and Connor on the committee with Boom and the guys. Cincy Matt with a great super chat. Breaker the Hut going all the way. Matt, what was your $50 super chat that YouTube registered it, but I don't see it. Like, it's not letting me pull it up on the screen. But I just want to thank you for the support, and you obviously got Beast out of the hole with that one. Great call. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple more calls before we wrap. I thought this would be an hour. I'm going to do 3 hours on an ASMANIAC Madness tournament. I mean, the people that support this channel, you are all incredible. Literally, I'm doing 3 hours, not on the Jets, not on moving on from Rodgers being the wrong move, who's the quarterback. I'm doing 3 hours on a tournament that features callers who call into a show that is about the New York Jets, a franchise that is one of the worst in professional sports. It's amazing when you think about it. The best listeners support this channel. Thank you all. Can't say it enough. One of our great listeners is the Lup Man, and he's up next. What's up, Luppy? Congrats on making it.
What's up, Jake? Listen, thank you so much. Listen, thank you, committee. You guys did a great job. This is going to be epic. But you're going to make me beat a woman? That's not me. I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. You know that.
I know. Look,
it's all good, though.
Let's see. You got Leany in the hood. Yeah, we were just talking about the hood region.
Yeah.
This is a great first-round matchup.
Yeah,
You versus Leany. Wow.
tough. Very tough. Yeah, all good. Listen, she wins. Hats off. I win. Nothing but positive Jake.
Yeah.
Jake is going to have the beard, so you can have the beard too. Positive Jake is going to be coming out. All right? I'm going to have positivity about it. Sorry, Leany. I love you, but you know what? Lup Man's got to move on because I always deliver. You know that.
The Lup Man. Let's go. Let's go, Luppy.
I love this. This is great. How you've grown. I've been here since the beginning. I'm like your third caller. I was in the second day when you had the streamline going on. I love this. This is awesome. I can't get enough. I'm trying to call in from work. I missed the beginning opening bracket. I was watching it on the way home. My wife was crazy. I'm so excited about this. Yes. Okay, Leany.
Leany's ready for you. Leany's ready.
Either one deserves a Leany, all right? Either one. I love you, Leany. You're the best.
Luppy, you're the man. Good luck, all right? Thanks for your support as always.
It's going to take me over the top.
I love it. Luffy, check it in the Lump Man. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a holy you-know-what moment. Holy crap. Are you kidding me? Hit it.
It's the ASMANIAC membership raffle. For every membership gifted, you receive 1 ticket entered in the raffle to win epic prizes.
This has only happened a couple times in the history of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella who checks in as a 4 seed in the tournament just gifted 50 ASMANIAC memberships to the people tuned in live right now. $250 spent by the big fella for the ASMANIACs. Are you freaking kidding me, big fella? You are the man.
Show me the money.
Show me the money! Money, money, money.
Holy crap. Let's go. Let's go. Big fella coming through. Let's go. I'm going to read 50 names. Hopefully you got a membership because there's 181 people watching the show, which means like what? A third just got a membership? Killer Jays, B-Poke, Oregon Jets, Danette Randall, Gangrene Catskills, GTA V-Man, Michael Curran, Pete G, Braden NZL, Brad McCaffrey, DeAndre Vega, John Woo, Matthew C, Jose Sanchez, Daniel Yanez, Idaho Jets. Everyone better be slamming the big fella emoji, by the way, as I read this. Joseph Freeman, Daniel Yanez. I think I read that. Idaho Jets, Orlando Vega, Pastor Carlos Reyes, Junior Rudy, John Jack, Cisco Lopez, Falcon West, Z-Breathe, Mongo Horse Punch, Ocho Nueve, Tanella Cam, Lucas Ford, Sneaks NYC, Donna, Jared B, Doug Hurst, Joe the Jet, Trap, Adriano's World, Mike F, Matt from L5. This is insane. Salem, Rich, Carl Johnson, Barbarossa, Victory Monday, James Fustel, Sal Pizzuto, Sean Weedle, John Stepik. That is apparently, nope, there's more. Kick out something. Kick out Jams Joe. Holy bleep. Very rarely has that happened. 50 in one shot. Give it up to the big fella. Holy hell. Wow. Let's go. Big fella, you're the man. You're the man. Wow. Oh my God. You kidding me? And no, I don't accept bribes for the tournament, but God, was that incredible by the big fella. Thank you very much, big fella. You're the man. Still have this. Waiting for the right. I'll tell you what, big fella. If you win ASMANIAC Madness, I will open up the bottle of Hennessy that sits next to my desk to remind me that this was going to be open when the Jets won the division this year. How'd that go? If big fella wins ASMANIAC Madness, I'm opening up his Hennessy bottle. Unreal. Unreal. What a moment. By the way, that is 50 raffle entries for the big fella. I'd say he's got a pretty good chance of winning a Klecko helmet, a Sanchez signed helmet, a Jermaine jersey, a Mangle jersey, and a Sauce jersey. I'd say he got a pretty good shot. By the way, Cincy Matt, I will not forget to add you down for the memberships as well. Nick Shine says, I left to pee when you started reading names, came back still reading. Big fella, big is a legend. The man. The man. I mean, look, like, I can't do the show year-round without the support of donations, memberships, super chats. Like, YouTube pays some money, but not enough to do it full-time. I would have got a full-time radio job by now. Instead, I do part-time ESPN and Sirius because I can, because I have the best job with this. People like that make it possible. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Briga was just on the line. Dave, call back, all right? Call back right away. You're gone. I was about to go to you. Big fella says wanted to give memberships to the diehards. Love that. Love that. You're the man, big fella. All right. He has the task of trying to slay the beast in the opening round. They call him One Punch Briga for a reason. Dave Briga joins us now. What's up, Dave?
I don't know. It's a bad video tonight. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
I think you look great.
Well, I don't look that great. But I just come out of church service, so I have to sort of be calm, you know?
I feel you.
But I just put it this way. Anybody that's seen the May 21st, 1978 playoff game, Boston Bruins versus Montreal Canadiens, Stan Jonathan versus Pierre Bouchard. There will be blood. There will be blood. Take a look at that video. He's going to be Pierre Bouchard. You have to see that video. He's going down in a pool of blood. That's all I can say. I'm trying to be nice. That fatso, he'll never talk to me that way. I will not take that from that fat blimp. Put it that way.
Now,
but I appreciate. I didn't think I'd get into this tournament because I don't make many calls. But I appreciate it, and I don't expect to go far because. But I will. I don't go down easily. I won't go down. He will be Pierre Bouchard with the blood all over himself, with that broken nose. That's what happened to poor Pierre. Stan Jonathan beat him to a pulp. So
Beast Breaker has responded. Briga
He's a
will be
bum.
destroyed.
Yeah, he doesn't scare me. He doesn't scare me. He's just a fat blowhard. You know, that's just a lot of steam. I'm going to put my skates on for that night. I don't know how does this thing work out? Is there actually be matchups? Is this what's going to how this is going to be? Oh yeah,
Dave. I'll let you know when you and Beast are going to square off. But we go. So I'll put the bracket up on the screen here.
I have to know. I have to know what hand is his punching hand so I could grab it.
I mean,
I have to know. Then I will get on top, and he will not. He will bleed to death.
Look, this is why I think it's a great matchup because while you don't call it a ton, Dave, you know how to battle, whether it be BMAC, whether it be really any adversary, and Beast versus you. I mean, you're a live 15 seed. I could see you winning this, and it would not surprise me at all.
This man cannot get on skates. If he got on a skate, he'd go right through the ice. He could not grip it. He is a blimp. He's the blimp that moves, Mr. Elephant Man. Fatso blowhard. He will go down in a pool of blood. That's all I can say. I try to be nice today because I don't want to get too wild. I'm saving that for when it counts. But that blowhard, he doesn't scare me. I took on 2 or 3 more powerful and fatter than him. With muscle, he has nothing. He has nothing but beef, fat beef. Go eat some more Wendy's hamburgers. There was a guy in the all-time Popeye. You know what it was? He was Bluto. That's this guy. He's Bluto with his hamburgers. Big Bluto. Fatso. Tub of lard. Just a big blowhard. That will go down like Pierre Bouchard. May 21st, 1978. Stanley Cup playoffs. Unfortunately, the Canadians won. But the Bruins in that era, they were the big bad Bruins, and I will be big and bad for that piece of lard. He's a bum, a fraud piece of lard.
Hey, that might stick, Dave. You should run on that. A fraud piece of lard as your campaign against Beast.
He won't even need one punch. It's just if it gets in the nose, that's where you bleed. Mostly you bleed when that nose is broken. So when that nose breaks, blood flies. So what am I gonna say? I appreciate this. I appreciate the opportunity, but I don't expect. I don't go down easily like he will go down that tub of bloody lard. I can't just to see it now. We're gonna get some butter. Get Gary's butter. We're gonna butter him up. Then we're gonna so that lard. Has a nice color to it. A nice creamy bloody lard. Big fatso. Big blowhard.
Oh my God, Dave! I'm glad you called in. I think you're a dangerous 15 seed. I'll leave it at that.
He will bleed to death.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what ASMANIAC Madness is all about. Dave Briga.
It's time for ASMANIAC Madness. Who will cut the nets down as the top ASMANIAC for 2025? Some of you don't even care, but we do. Let's get to it.
I think the committee got that matchup right, Boom. I think the committee got that one right. Briga is a 15, but he's a lot more than that. I wanted to put Briga against Beast or BMAC, and then the committee was like, well, we got to put BMAC against J Graves. I go, that makes sense. Cincy Mad says, Briga trying to be nice while dealing some massive bros. Reese, brackets are so phenomenal. Reese, thank you. Thank the committee. They did it. Clancy, what a show. Tom Ace, Briga, Rick Kent, Briga the man. Gator, I know you love Beast. I think Briga might beat him. I had Beast winning in my initial bracket. I might change my pick. I think I think Beast could go. I think Beast is on upset alert in round 1. That's a tough first round. You know, I had the all yelling Sweet 16 of Losi and Beast. I don't know now. Dave Briga could do damage, man. They call him one punch for a reason. Bonesy says Briga's hung like a bull. Rose says that Beast is summoning spirits to haunt Dave right now. You're probably right, bro. God. What a matchup. Briga was rhyming like Ali there. Beast has responded, Briga, you suck horse weenies. Understandable. Gator says Beast versus Briga, no different than Beast versus anyone. This tournament's going to be incredible. Hey, Nick Shine is in the raffle for 1. Thank you, Nick. You're only 249 away from matching what Big Fella just did. Unreal. Unreal. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, it's going to be a great matchup. All right? It really is. Nick, thank you for the membership. Ladies and gentlemen, before we bring in the closer, I was hoping this guy would call on tonight. He's got quite the opening round matchup. The 8-9 matchup in our first round. We head to the Butter region. And we bring on the 9th seed. NY Jets, Florida. The pot stirrer himself. Hello, Ted.
Jake, how are you? Can you imagine Dave Briga when he's not getting out of church, what his takes would be? I mean, they would be just get it, you know? My strategy, I won't say what my strategy is, but JQuest is such a cool dude. I'm gonna have to kind of backdoor my way into, you know, favoritism. I have a strategy though. I have a strategy.
Now, you don't have to obviously reveal that because we got some time before that matchup, But I mean, how about the fact that if you win, you go up against Bobby Midnight, who gave you the name, the pot stirrer.
Oh, God. Bobby he'll be mopped up in 5 minutes. Trust me on that. He'll be done. I think Bobby likes me, but I think he hates me more than likes me. So, but it's okay. I love Bobby. I do love Bobby. But he's a little too sensitive sometimes. He's a little too sensitive. That's all right. That's what makes Bobby Bobby, right? That's what makes Bobby Bobby. So.
Clancy says the pupil versus the master in regards to your 8-9 matchup with JQuest.
Yeah, JQuest has taken up the mantle now. It's carried it on. You know, I'm trying to think of some sports history where you know, the students have outperformed the master. So I'm trying to think. Nothing comes to mind, Jake. Do you have any good ones?
I'm gonna have to think about it. You know, I mean, it's a fascinating scenario that we have here.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I appreciate. Hey, I appreciate being a 9 seed. It'll be fun no matter what. I hope people don't take it too personally. I'm not gonna take it personally. So if you know, whatever happens, happens. It's something fun to do. So I do appreciate it. But you know, that's about all I got. JQuest asked me to call in. Did he call in already?
He did. He called it earlier. He was very complimentary to you. You know, there's a lot of mutual respect in that first round matchup. You know, he said he learned everything about stirring the pot from you.
Oh boy, he's done a great job though. I have to say, when I'm not around, because I'm working a corporate job too now, and I'm not really around as much as I'd like to be. I think he's, you know, I'm proud to have him. You know, if I did anything to contribute to his success in a small way, I take pride in that one.
Now, hold on, Ted. Did you see the video of him finding out he got in the tournament? Were you watching?
I did, but did we see anything after that? Did he shed a tear when he saw he was who he was facing or no?
Well, he called back in later in the show, and that's when he said the nice things about you. And he's called back in right now, ladies and
Here we
gentlemen.
go.
JQuest is here. Hello, JQuest.
Yo, Ted, my twin.
What's up,
Jake?
JQuest?
What's going on, dude? I love the
My
match.
younger brother, right?
Yeah, I'm excited
Go
to kick
ahead.
the fuck out of you, bro. I'm excited to take you and stick my fist right up your ass. But that's gonna be epic. Nah, dude. All seriously, I love you, dude. I love you for real. It's gonna be so
Love you
good.
too, JQuest.
And
I love
listen,
you, Jake.
like I said, whoever wins the matchup, we take down Bobby if he makes it. Right? You said one and done. Don't forget that.
I did say that. That's what makes me who I am, though. You know what I'm saying? I got to think out of the box. Like Bowers, and Aaron Glenn, you got to think out of the box a little.
Yeah.
You
Who's Bobby's matchup? Who's Bobby's matchup?
Bobby is facing someone that Bobby himself does not like. The committee definitely took that into account. Black Gypsy is Bobby's first round matchup.
Oh, Bobby's fucked. It's over. Bobby's one and done. Black Gypsy. If Black Gypsy calls in, Bobby's done. I don't know if he's gonna call in though. If Black Gypsy is not around, then Bobby's gonna take it down. That's what I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, off air right now in the green room is a man up in Vermont flailing his arms like this to get on the air.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. I hope you both lose. JQuest, I say you were going to mop the floor with this guy. You kicking me out. So I hope you both lose. I hope you don't go anywhere. Okay, how's that? I was sticking up for you, JQuest.
Bobby, I know I was joking. I was joking for the show,
Starter.
Bobby. No,
All right, let's go, JQuest. You got to beat the mob. You're going to beat him by far. You're going all the way.
No, dude, your brother's gonna take. I think it's gonna be a tough matchup.
No, I said you're gonna beat Ted in the first round. This knucklehead over here on the left. Yeah, you gotta destroy him, and then you gotta come beat me, face me. Then I'll go beat Mike will beat me. So Mikey's
gonna have a long run, but it's all for
Yes.
fun, Bobby. You know, we can't get upset if we lose.
I know. I'm just saying you're gonna beat Ted. I'm gonna beat you, and then Michael's gonna beat me, and he's going all the way.
All right, good. I gotta do my
Hey,
bracket.
Bobby.
I gotta look at the whole thing.
What? I got a question, Bobby. So, what Bobby are we getting? The Bobby from the last month and a half, or today's Bobby?
Today's Bobby.
Okay, just asking.
I was on my period for 2 months, okay? Forgive me, okay? Mr. Perfect over there. I call him more than you do, so pipe down. You.
Wait, hold on, Bobby. Hold on. You
Hey,
said,
Bobby.
1 second. I
Yes.
gotta find something. Hold on.
JQuest got to check it. He's got to check his laundry. JQuest got to check his dryer.
Now I'm looking for a tampon for Bobby. I can't find my daughter's tampon.
I know. I've been for
That's
2
all
months.
controlling right there.
I've been on the
Jake
period
West-
for 2 months, but before that, I was rocking and rolling. Ted,
Oh, here you
okay?
go. Here you go. I
So,
found it.
I need those. Yeah, I
Oh,
need
it's
this.
empty, Bobby. Oh, we got one. It's a maxi
I
pad.
need.
So with
I
that-
need the heavy ones. I need the heavy ones.
Let me see what she's got. Hold on.
I need the heavy ones.
Bobby, what's bigger, this or your pee-pee? This is a Q-tip.
No, I need the big ones, the big maxi pads. Really, I've been 2 months doing it. So,
I'm
so
sorry for that.
Tad, you good luck for your 1 and out against JQuest. Okay, good luck. You
It's
have a
gonna be
great
fun,
day.
guys. Hey, Bobby, be happy,
Right.
man.
Bobby,
be happy. All right, it's gonna be fun.
Not an original, Bobby. Stole my line.
You-
Go ahead.
What?
Not an original. You stole my line.
What stole you like what?
I said you were one and done, but now you're saying I am.
Well, you
But you
are
stole my-
one and done. So bye bye. See you never. Bye.
Bobby,
Let's
you
go,
say-
JQuest. JQuest rules. Let's go kick his butt, JQuest.
Yo, Ted, Bobby, I gotta run. Later, guys. Bye, Jake.
You gotta run too.
Later. Yeah. Bye, Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup. What a matchup. Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it as always.
Ted, you stir the pot. Good luck in the tournament.
JQuest is a formidable foe. I'll tell you, he's definitely learned from the master.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mr. Miyagi.
NY Jets, Florida, the pot
See
stirrer
you, Jake.
himself, the dean of Ted U.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? ASMANIAC Madness. You get to pick the ones who make the show rock. I'm the king, I'm the
Nick Shine writes in, Quest gonna F Bobby into the ground again. Bonesy says the panel must be gushing at their greatness. So far, every seed has been perfection. The amount I cannot stress this enough. The amount of effort that went into putting this together is insane. It is insane. No one's being paid here. This is just for fun. We're just having fun. And it was just, I mean, shout out to Boom, Tom, Rich, Gator, Sham, Nick. Just 3.5 hour call. But there was so much work before that call even started, even just having an idea of what we were going to do. I mean, I have been, this is maybe my favorite show I've ever done. It's 3 hours long. We have barely talked about the Jets, if at all. And it's just a testament to the greatness of the listeners. Nick Shine writes, and we're not being paid? You're being paid in love, Nick. And I'll give some memberships on your channel. Everyone go subscribe to Nick Shine. Ted, you, man. What a call. It just, Ted is electric. JQuest, Bobby called in immediately the second he saw them. Before they even brought him up, Bobby was on hold. Just amazing. Wow. Folks, we're 3 hours in. The 4-1 seeds in the tournament. Charles Gorman, he's yet to call in. Bobby Midnight, he has called in. The Lane Train, he has called in. So on a night where we're going to hear from at least 2 1 seeds, how about we bring in our closer for our third 1 seed to react to the bracket? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
It's G-Span.
Guess what? I'm still looking for a job, bitches.
It's G-Span.
I'm just going to rub my hands together all day.
It's G-Span.
There's a whole lot of DNA on this couch.
Let's hear it for G-Span.
Look, it's my dead neighbor that I didn't kill.
Cheats fan, congratulations. You are officially a 1 seed in your own region, the Hood region.
Yes, let's go. Honestly, Bijan, best of luck. We the people is gonna beat Rob from Pointy Hood Land, as we say.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I got We the People's back because we stoners have each other's back. For the 5-face We the People and We the People beats me, you better go all the fucking way. I honestly think this is a very hard bracket. If I even make it to the Sweet 16, I would be happy. I would love to see, like, the one upset I would love to see, if you can, the one upset I would like to see in this is Indy Jets go on a run, but I know Neil's going to kick ass. If I lose to Peter Castro, I lose to one of the greats. Whoever I lose to, I will root for you for the whole entire thing, unless if it's versus the Lane Train, because the lane is going to dominate everyone. Lane's so lovable, and if you don't like Lane, you got a screw in your head loose.
Interesting. So you think Lane's going to win the whole thing?
Yeah. Can we go to the Butter region real fast?
Of course we can. That's what the show is for, baby. We're breaking down the regions.
In the Butter region, my dark horse is going to be Jets Johnny. And my second dark horse would be Dark Knight Steve. Can we go to the chicken region? I want to save the last region. My dark horse in this region is going to be Mike D's Nuts. I think he could carry.
Mike D's, Mike doesn't call a ton. He usually makes his content.
Okay, if you want me to pick a caller.
No, I think Mike D's Nuts is a great pick. I think that 10-7 matchup with him and Barbarossa is an excellent first round matchup.
Yeah, but if you want me to pick a caller from then, I will just roll with Barbarossa. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that.
Barbarossa is going to be great. I mean, obviously the number 1 overall seed is Charles Eugene Gorman.
I honestly could see Big Fella upsetting Charles, or like Charles getting to face a lower seed and like the lower seed. It's just like when my Mizzou Tigers lost to Princeton and Princeton went to the Sweet 16, I believe.
Now, with your region, Cheats fan, specifically, assuming you get by Bijan, he's not going to be an easy out. Bijan does a lot for the show.
Yeah.
Great musician. But
I mean, if I get upset by Bijan, you better win the whole damn thing, dude.
have you thought about a potential matchup though against Peter Castro? Because I don't know if you know this, but Peter Castro, I believe you're his favorite caller. He loves you, so you guys might meet head to head in what would look like the Sweet 16.
I mean, if Peter beats me, he's one of the old heads, as we say in the hood. I would love to see him go all the way.
And see, that's by the way. Hold on. What are your thoughts on the hood region being named that?
I loved it. I really love it. Honestly, in the hood region, my bad, hood region, I've been up since 6 a.m. I would love to see 2 upsets. I would love to see Luppy, and I would love to see Purple Belt Mike like upset someone down the line. Can we go to the last region, please?
Yes, we can.
Please and thank you.
What region is this?
Train
region?
Train region.
Yep. Lane train.
Oh, B Max getting his ass kicked. B Max gonna get one of those hood ass weapons. Can we go down one more if you can?
Well, this is the last region.
Okay, so I honestly see. Dang, who can I see going on the run from this? Dang, this region's super hard.
I think B-Man is not being talked enough about as a 2 seed.
I mean, for like my dark horse in this, I can't disrespect Kyle Clifton or Bonesy or Chef. My dark horse has to be Philly Noodles.
Philly Noodles is an interesting pick. Now, Cheats fan, when I look at your region here specifically, how would you feel about if it goes chalk in your region? How would you feel about potentially going head to head with David T in the Elite 8?
I'll be happy I got there. As a fan of Mizzou, who Mizzou always lets me down, I'll just be happy to be there. But like, I want to see if I face Rob. That I know you're one of the retro guys, Rob, but like the things I've heard that you said, I'm sorry, I'm gunning for you.
Rob's a good guy.
He's a good guy, but like if see what it takes. But no beef, but I'm all for BLM rights and female rights. So
I think Rob is too.
Okay. But one quick second, I gotta check on the pizza. I'll be right back.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, all I'm going to say is you better not leave because we have someone on hold in the bullpen that you need to hear from.
Minutes. They had Dogtown pizzas on sale for $3, so I grabbed one.
You ordered pizza?
No, I just got a frozen pizza when I went out today. On the ride home, I picked up a frozen pizza.
I see.
I went to St. Petersburg. Someone bought my Magic the Gathering collection since I'm hurt. Just preparing for the worst. Picked up 3 Yu-Gi-Oh decks, 3 structure decks to play Yu-Gi-Oh casually. I'm preparing for the worst. I'm getting the x-rays done tomorrow. I'm getting the whole BAM thing tomorrow. I'm going to go see my doctor, and my doctor is going to give them all the news and all the x-rays because I live in a very rich town. So and where I live at, there is a doctor's office. Right next to it is a physical therapy office, which has x-rays. Right in the office, there's x-rays for kids, and there's 2 different rooms for x-rays for kids and x-rays for adults. There's blood work, there's a heart doctor. In this town, there is a lot for the elderly, and I'm just glad I can get x-rays done here. So if I have to go into the ER or something.
Lane Train says, hi, Cheats fan, from one seat to another.
Lane, you're winning this whole damn thing, and if you don't win it, the world is rigged. It's all rigged. It's all rigged if Lane Train or Mikey doesn't win it all in my book.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think there's a guy on hold that if the bracket goes chalk, you two would meet in the Final Four in the national semifinal.
Let's go,
ladies and gentlemen. The #1 overall seed in ASMANIAC Madness is on the line, and we say hello right now to Charles Eugene M. Gorman.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying when the Losi takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, Charles. Who is that lovely lady? Sing it this way, Charles.
Hey guys, what's up?
Charles,
nothing much.
congratulations.
Congrats. I'll be right back to check on the pizza. Good.
Charles, you did it, baby. You are the #1 overall seed. The floor is yours to thank the committee and the Asmaniacs nationwide and watching around the globe.
Thank you. I don't know what to really say about that, but it was a really nice gesture.
How has your life changed since you've been named the #1 seed in the tournament?
Well, I was just informed about that by Nick Shine earlier, so I really don't know what to think of it.
You don't seem as excited as I think a lot of people were expecting.
I'm a little tired, but I'm kind of happy, but I know I'm not really showing it. But I'm willing to see how this thing goes.
Hey, I'm coming over right now to hang out with you. I'm in your room now.
Great.
Now, Charles, let's break down your region. All right, I want your thoughts on the chicken soup region here because I mean, you just look at it up on the screen. You're the 1 seed in it. Beast Breaker's the 2 seed. Have you thought about what a matchup against the Beast would look like in the Elite 8?
No. I'm on with Jake Asman.
Hi, Mrs. Gorman. Your son's a movie star.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Charles, let's go through the bracket together, shall we?
Okay.
Your thoughts on your first round matchup against Chris G?
I don't really know much about Chris G, to be honest.
Do you think you're going to beat him?
If I don't, I don't. I do, I do.
You sound very, indifferent about this whole thing, Charles.
I'm just in it for fun, I guess.
I see. Well, speaking of fun, what are your thoughts on the region being named after your mother's famous chicken soup?
It's all right.
It's all right. I think it's great.
I need some of your mama's chicken soup.
What are your thoughts on potentially facing King Losi, who's the 3 seed in your region?
It wouldn't surprise me because he always wants my damn soup.
He does. Would you provide it to him if he beat you?
I'll have to think about that.
D-Rob says, Charles is so humble. Nick Shine says, Med's hitting hard. Clancy says, Charles, we're going to need you to get a bit excited, bud. Yeah, Charles, I'm going to need some energy, man. I mean, I have you maybe winning the whole thing, but this call is not the best way to get people to believe in Gorman. You're the #1 seed. Let's go.
Is Lane the #1 seed in his region?
He is.
But I'm the #1
Yeah,
overall
there's 4
seed.
#1 seeds. Yep.
Okay.
There we go. Now we got some movement. You're walking. Chris Grasso checks in. He's your first round opponent, Chris G. He says, Charles deserves to win. Great guy. He's already conceding victory to you. M. Morris says, at least give us a fart or something.
Give us a fart or something?
Your father says, my son is distracted. You seem distracted, Charles.
I'm putting my clothes away.
There it is. Dennis Gorman writes in, your father, you have the #1 spot. Now show them why.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Big Fella writes in, Charles, I'm coming for that ass, boy. Now, you do recognize that in your region, if you were to win 2 rounds, you have a potential matchup in the Sweet 16 against the Big Fella.
Yes.
Tom A says, Charles doesn't get too high or too low, even keeled, the mark of a champion.
Thank you.
Snowball says, fart once if you understand.
I don't have any gas on me at the moment.
You don't have any gas in the tank?
Nope.
Lee Van writes in, Charles, tell Chris he's chicken shit.
I'm not starting trouble.
Tom A says, you picked the worst time to do chores.
It is what it is.
Now, Charles, I don't want to say who, but I've spoken to a couple members of the 4% female demographic, and they say if you win this thing, they want to actually make sweet love to you.
That's interesting.
Is it?
Yes.
I think it ups the stakes. Big fella says, Charles, blink once if you're being held hostage.
I'm not being held hostage.
Nick Shine says, step it up, Charles. I super chatted for this twice. Clancy says, Charles, you win this tourney and the lovely ladies will go wild.
That's what I've been told.
Roe writes in, she's a member of the 4%. Sweet and passionate gas pass. What do you think of that?
Interesting.
Okay. Charles, what's wrong here? I'm very curious. Well, where's the energy from you? This is not normally you. Normally you have a lot to say.
Well, I was talking with someone on WhatsApp.
And?
Things went well. Plus, I'm a little calm because of the medication I've been taking lately.
I see. You sound very tired. You said you've been up since 6?
I've been up since, yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a good day today?
Yeah, somewhat.
Sham says, why are you bummed out if it went well?
I'm not bummed out. I'm just a little calm, that's all.
Boomtown says, nice and calm, ready to go on a run. Are you going on a run?
I'm not going on a run, no.
Roe checks in. Or actually, AJ, I hit the wrong button. Chat's exploding. Roe writes in, Charles giving us full frontal view of his brain meat.
Something like that, yeah.
South Philly says, Charles at the shoot around, just warming up.
At the shoot around, just warming up. Interesting.
Cole Thompson says, holy shit, you're still going. Imagine doing a 3-hour show on a Jet YouTube channel about callers who call into a Jet YouTube show. That's what I'm doing here, baby. Cole says, Charles, this is why Beast Breaker's going to win. So he's not enjoying this call, Charles. I feel like you got to really keep this in mind in future calls. You got to bring it.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right. Bethpage Chris says, Charles, I have you in the finals. You got to bring it better than this.
I'll keep that in mind.
Bill Clinton says, Charles needs a Snickers. You got a president watching.
I had a snack today, so I'm good.
Rose says that you have fart fatigue. Is this true?
No, I don't.
So you could let it rip?
When I have gas, yeah.
ISU says, thank you, Charles. This is why I voted Big Fella over you.
Good to know.
TB says, Charles, I have you winning it all.
Thank you.
Charles, there's a guy on the line who wants to talk to you. He's also in the tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Clifton with some words of encouragement, I believe, for Charles. Hello, Kyle.
Charles, where's the swagger, my man?
All these other Asmaniacs would kill to be in your position. Kill. You got to realize when you are the swinging dick in the room, my man. This is it. This is go time. It's time for you to bring it.
He's right.
I have you. You're the only number one I have going to the Final Four. I can't have you coming out of the gate with this energy. Can you do this for us? Can you pick up your game for this 20?
Yes, I can.
I know you will. That I have all utter faith in you. Thanks, Jake.
Thank you.
Kyle, great points. He's right, Charles. And there's a prize on the line here. You get the first ever Best of the Best trophy named after Keith Best.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It is. Rick Kent says it looks like Kyle put his house payment on Charles. Charles, are you playing us? Are you trying to get us to basically think that you're not going to go off in this tournament and then you're going to surprise us with a crazy call?
No.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, a potential matchup for Charles Gorman in the Sweet 16 is the big fella, and he is called in. Hello, big fella.
Charles.
You coming for my ass, huh?
Charles, I'm coming for your ass, boy. Wake up.
I am up.
I want you to be at your best when you're coming at everybody in this tournament, man. You got to be your best. And I want real competition from you, man. I'm coming for you.
Spank that ass on my.
I'm going to spank your ass like one of those strippers at that place you went to, brother.
You didn't spank my ass at all.
Let's go. Wake up. Wake up.
Okay.
This is coming from a guy who's on a bed all the time. Come on. Let's go. Show some energy, brother. Remember how you were throwing that ball down the bowling alley?
Yes.
You had energy that night. Let's go. Tell everybody how you're going to do. What are you going to do? You're going to win, right? You're the number one.
I'll try my best to win.
We're all no. There is no try, only do. Let's go. You can do it. I'm your competition, and I'm trying to boost you, man. You can do it. Come on, show the energy.
I'll do my best to win.
You're imitating what you should do when you're attacked by a grizzly bear, man. You're playing dead. Wake up. You got this. You got this. I want to see you attack people during this thing, man. I want to see the real Charles Gorman, that beast, come out. Pretend that you're like who's a good guy from Marvel that is like always angry. You're Wolverine, bro. I want you to be Wolverine. I want you to come out, show no mercy. No mercy.
I'll keep that in mind. Look, I think this tournament thing's kind of cute, fun. Right now, I have so much stuff on my mind right now, but I'm definitely willing to give this a shot. I don't have cleavage, purple belt, Mike. Stop it. Look, Jake, thank you so much for having me on. Thank you for the voters for putting me the number one overall seed, making me a number one overall seed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
There he goes. Charles Gorman. Wow. That was a different side of Charles. A subdued side of Charles. But still, you saw it there. You saw it there at the end. Folks, we've heard from all 4 of the 1 seeds tonight. We've heard from a 2 seed, a 3 seed. I think we've heard at least from 1 seeded caller in the tournament. At least 1 from every seed in every region. Just incredible. 3 hours and 30. This is one of the longest shows I've ever done, and it's not even about the Jets. Unbelievable. I'm going to leave Charles Gorman's bedroom and come back to my studio in Manhattan, and we're back. Unreal. Hit the like button if you haven't. Here's how this is going to work if you still made it this far, if you're not watching live. Fill out a bracket. It will be pinned in the comments. It will be in the description. Fill out a bracket. You had till March 1st to get your picks in. Gives everyone a week to fill it out. Also gives people in the tournament to call in a lot over the next week. You know, I was going to end the show, but I'll tell you what. We're not going anywhere just yet. What a surprise at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is our king. King Loski's here, baby.
Jake, my brother, let me just start by saying I'm so damn disappointed in the damn committee. How disrespectful and how asinine are y'all to put me against my damn love energy. Now y'all know y'all damn wrong for this. Y'all know y'all damn wrong. Boomtown, I want your ass on the stick. You hear me? Tom Mace, we gonna have to duke it out, son. Y'all done lost your damn mind. Got me going against damn Genergy. What the hell wrong with y'all, man? Knowing that y'all got me going against a damn woman in the first round. What's wrong with y'all, man? I see the layout. I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to see the beast in me. Y'all trying to see the beast. I'm gonna show you the beast. I'm gonna show you. You best believe, baby. I'm ready for the tournament, dog. I ain't even worried about it because at the end of the day, I know the first round is gonna be my hardest round because I don't know if I want to let Genergy win or not. Damn it, because y'all wrong for this now. Y'all know y'all wrong for this. I want to hear Rich what you got to say. Huh? I'm tired of the committee already. All right, I'm fed the hell up. All right? Now, Jake, now you need to correct this, man. All right? Get the committee together next year or whenever. But this is ridiculous, man. All right? I'm pissed. Now y'all got me pissed for the tournament. All right? Now y'all want me to win the whole thing. All right? I'm in the dog. Hold on. Because y'all got to see my face. I'm pissed off. Okay? I'm pissed off. Damn committee got me going against a woman first round. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Okay? This got me more pissed than Aaron Rodgers, all right? For real, man. Y'all messed up for that. All right? I know y'all in the comments talking all types of crap. I don't give a damn. All right? Now this tournament, it's a lovely bracket. I love the layout. Charles Gorman, hey man, ain't nobody saying Charles Gorman's name. He's a sleeper. Charles, I want that damn chicken soup though. You know I want that chicken soup more than anything in this damn tournament, okay? Now I see you in my bracket, I think, boy. I'ma see you. You got to see me, Charles Gorman. Shout out Mama Gorman, you feel me? Committee, I want your ass on the stick. I want your ass on the stick, baby. For real. JTS, just.
Hello, Jake. I just had dinner. I had a couple of servings of chicken soup, my mother's homemade chicken soup.
Hey, Charles, I need some of that chicken soup.
It was delicious.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, I know it's delicious. I need some of it.
I love to eat, so what can I say?
Send it this way, Charles.
I was not expecting. I love this show, man. We got the best callers. We really do. All right, Loski's not happy with his matchup in the first round. Before we wrap, a representative of the committee is on the line and can hopefully explain the committee's rationale with that decision. Nick Shine, your thoughts?
I would just like to say on behalf of the committee, that call is why we fucking did it. A fired up Loski might be unmatched. An unhinged Loski is what the committee was looking for, and I think we got it. So we got what we were looking for. We had a little forward thinking here, and we knew putting him against one of the ladies would get him energized. And I think it worked out tremendously, Jake, for you.
Not just any lady, and you used the word energized. Genergy. Oh, my goodness.
There you go. There you go. I'm a wordsmith.
I'll tell you what,
quick question for you before I go. Thoughts on who the Jets could get as tight end 3 this year? Because I know it's great work, buddy. I had to call. I was hoping to get to Loski, but you know him. He's in, he's out.
That's him. Now, I will say this. I think the strategy by the committee to get Loski to bring it, I mean, he's going to, unless Briga takes down Beast, if we get Beastbreaker versus King Loski, don't listen to the show with your volume cranked up because you're going to lose your hearing. Who's calling you?
My lady, but I had to bring her on. Sorry, I didn't expect to call back in. Amateur hour here by me. I apologize.
No, you're good. I'm just saying, man, that Loski Beast matchup looms for who could be the loudest in the history of a Jet YouTube show.
Jake, we covered all possibilities and all angles, as you know. You were in on the discussion with the committee, and we're very, very excited about the round 1 matchups we've created. But like I said, we had some forward thinking. We were looking at the possibilities and the content that could end up down the road for you. And I think that the bracket came out great. I think the participants tonight did a tremendous job with the call-ins. Some surprise trash talk was very good. Rick Kent, Dave Briga come to mind.
Yep.
And
scintillating trash talk.
This is the first annual. Are we first annual? Is this?
I mean, this
the
is
wait just tonight alone. I think we have to lock in a year.
This is now a state. This is the first ever ASMANIAC Madness, and the tournament hasn't started yet. But I'm willing to say it will not be the last. That is for sure.
Next year, since you have us at 4-13, do it during the NFL playoffs so we can enjoy that.
We'll do like a NFL ASMANIAC playoff tournament. It'll be like even small. You know what? In college basketball, they do like these tournaments in like the Bahamas and Puerto Rico, and they go all over at the beginning of the year. We'll have to do a second tournament before ASMANIAC Madness in March.
Eventually, we'll cover every sports playoffs. We'll get it all done, man. It's going to be a while before we make the playoffs anyway, so we might as well have some fun with this.
Unreal. Nick, I can't thank you and the committee enough, man. This is, I mean, I can't believe, I thought I was doing an hour on this, and like, there's still like 200 people watching this. It's insane.
No. I'll tell you, I had some forward thinking. I go on at 9, and I said to people in the Discord this morning, I go, I don't know if his show is going to be done by 9. I knew this was going to be a marathon show.
Tell you what, you know more about the audience than I guess I do. Incredible, man. Thank you, and everyone involved in this.
That's why I'm on the committee.
I love it.
Great stuff, buddy.
Nick
Great
Shine
stuff,
Show,
chat.
9 o'clock tonight. Go watch. They're going to be talking, I'd imagine, a lot about the rankings.
We're talk a little Jets. If you want some Jet talk, I'm your guy.
Yeah. Nick, you're the man. Thank you. Nick Shine, everyone. Him, Gator, Boomtown, Tom, Rich, Sham. Unreal. Dave says this show's an all-timer. Briga, you're the man. Dave Briga's a live 15 seed, folks. My God. And by the way, speaking of ASMANIACs, I just ordered chicken parm for dinner. I didn't eat dinner. I was on the radio today from 12 to 4. This was going to be on at 5. I had dinner plans with my buddy. I canceled it midway through, knowing how long this show was going to be. I just ordered some chicken parm for you, Gary. Staying with today's ASMANIAC theme. Unreal. Ryan says, just filled out my bracket. Let's go. Feeling good about it. Hey, fill out your brackets, folks. Links in the description. Link will be pinned. Links in the live chat. Love Bites. We need a press conference at MSG with all the seeds like UFC does it. You're right. You're right. Unreal. All right. I just want to say this again. Something like this I never could have imagined was possible. And that's a testament to the people who tune in every day. So thank you, committee members, Asmaniacs. Even tonight, big fellow, are you kidding me? With 50 memberships gifted in one spot. Cincy Matt, who's not even a Jet fan, sent in a $50 super chat that somehow StreamYard didn't pick up before the show. I mean, just this community is incredible. Charlie, who decided to put Beast in the hole even on a day that people were being nice to the Beast with him being a 2-seed. Just what a show. Thanks to everyone, man. Thanks to everyone who called in tonight, too. You know, people that we haven't heard from in a while coming out of the woodwork to be a part of this. We got a few super chats left before I say goodbye. Super chat here from JQuest. Jake, you brought us together. Can't thank you enough. Remember, everyone, this is all for fun. I wish watching the Jets was this fun. Maybe one day we get both, JQuest. The Jets are good, and then we have our show, which is always fun and good. That'd be nice. Thanks for the super. JQuest, your video tonight, that was incredible. Incredible. JQuest and his family reacting to being in the tournament. Like you see the schools around the NCAA tournament with the camera on them when they find out. Amazing. Thunderlip, super chat. This just in, the Blue Whales Vag is now the second biggest in the world, thanks to Chiefs fan. God. Am I caught up on super chats now? Nope. Three Siblings J. Live from the NIT tournament. Cannot wait for the real tournament. This shit's going to be legendary. Mikey going all the way. We have enough great callers to do an NIT. It's insane. An NIT. And people would care. Hey, if someone wants to put together the NIT, I'll show the bracket on the show if you want. Oh, man. Unreal. Have I caught up on everything? I think I did. Awesome. Thank you all. Join the Patreon. Get in the Discord if you're not already there. If you're watching this, I'd imagine you are a Patreon member, but if you're still not, I'm going to post photos of the bracket in there, of info about the tournament, info ahead of time on matchups. If you're in the tournament and not on the Patreon, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're going to want to know in advance when you're going if you want to win. So join the Patreon. If you sign up for the year, you save 15% and you get 10 raffle entries. Unreal. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. I got to go fill out my bracket and eat some chicken with pasta. Again, thank you all to the Asmaniacs for what you do. Because, wow, what a night. What a show. We'll be talking about this for a long, long time. JETS. Jets. I mean, I don't even know what clip to even play at the end here. I don't even know what to play. You know what? Let's honor the number one overall seed the only way we know how. Go Jets.
I think the second one, excuse me,